What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today. Happy Memorial Day and all that good stuff. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see a lot of comments already dropped in there early. We're going to be getting into that. We're going to be breaking down a number of things today. Namely the whole little fallout between Monique and DL Hughley. We're going to be getting into that. A number of things. Ricky Williams taking his wife's last name. I might revisit D Wade. It's an older video, but I had to talk about it. But I might be maybe revisiting that and a number of things. I got a number of things on the table. I can't even remember the other things I got on the table, but we're going to get all into that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get ready to go. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So glad you could be here on this Monday. Feel like a Sunday for some reason, but it's Memorial Day. Shout out to everybody in the building. I know how I do before we even get going. Shout out to the early bird squad, those of you who make it in bright and early before we even get things started. Do appreciate each and every one of you. It says, hurtful to see two headstrong comedians tear each other down like this. You're already equalizing the fight. I just one person is the one tearing the other one down. The other person did drop a response to the tearing down. Like, let's not make mistakes of that. DL Hughley did not go on stage talking shit. I mean, that's the big factor in this. Like, we can't lose sight of that. TD Hutch in the building says she got time and all the smoke. Let's get it. E Capone in the building. He says, I never was into Monique. I never really was either. Suppressor, I'm confused. What did she do? We're about to get right into that. I'm not gonna delay the main topic. I'm getting right into the main topic. We'll get into the other topics after the main. That's how I'm gonna start doing it in that order. Just start out with what's in the thumbnail. E Capone in the building says, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what you don't know. Feminine Melanin in the building says, Happy Memorial Day, uneducated lame. Shout out to you. He says, you changed the gender and she's pretty much Pope Le Paul, who they have canceled. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. Good point. Are you talking about the character she played in the horror movie Precious? Yes. And that was a horror movie. Feminine Melanin in the building is probably the last one I'll read. She said, Feminine Melanin says, I will say, if it's in the contract, then it's in the contract. She says it is. So no matter what the tickets or the flyers show, the contract is the contract. So what does the contract say? Yes, it does matter what the contract says, and that would settle the behind the scenes dispute that they were having. So if the contract said that, and DL Hughley, for whatever reason, don't want to honor something that's in the contract, Monique has the responsibility or the right or whatever to withdraw herself from the event because they're not honoring the contract. But because the contract was signed, she probably still could get paid for the event because if an event is set up and something is she's contractually obligated to something, and they remove that from the contract, I think she still she could take them to court. She could still get her money, and she could choose not to go on stage. But what's wrong is to go on stage anyway and then talk shit. That's the problem. I can't see Jeff Foxworthy and Amy Schumer having a contract dispute behind the scenes about who goes on first, and that results in Amy Schumer going on stage calling Jeff Foxworthy gay. That's the problem. Contract disputes happen. Misunderstandings, or somebody put something in the contract to just think, okay, we got to get these contracts signed so we can get on the road and get to the business of show. We got to get the business of show business out the way. Once we get that signed and out the way, now we're going to get on with the show. I want to change a little something in the show. Okay, I tend to believe that kind of thing happens. I think that happens. And people got legitimate right to dispute and argue about that. That dispute and that argument or whatever was going on behind the scenes in the contract, not in the contract. None of us have seen the contract, but whatever was in the contract, that, that's their behind the scenes dispute that I'm fully okay with them having that. And if she's right on the merits, that's one thing. But that contract dispute resulting in her going on stage and calling DL Hughley gay, who I don't even like DL Hughley, not getting my reasons for that. I don't even like DL Hughley no more. But I get, but her that resulted in her going on stage calling that man gay. That's where the bullshit comes in. You said Amy Schumer would totally do it. No, she wouldn't. Amy Schumer is cutthroat. She said, and I used her for a reason. I try to make sure I found a pretty cutthroat white female comedian. She wouldn't go on stage on somebody who she was doing business with or supposed to be doing business with, go on stage and start calling him gay and go on a 10-minute rant just talking cash shit about him. She would not do that. She would not do it. Sarah Silverman would not do that. She wouldn't. Sarah Silverman would not do that to Jerry Seinfeld. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. They would sell it behind the scenes. She'd probably call him a bitch ass motherfucker behind the scenes. She is not going to go on stage and do that. And that's where the problem comes in. That's where the problem comes in. But shout out to everybody in the building. We're about to go ahead and get into this. You said she didn't see that? Oh, yeah. That's what she was saying. She was saying what the DL stand for. She was saying what the DL and DL Hughley stand for. How far are you bending over and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, she was calling him gay. She took a shot at that man's sexuality. She did that over a contract dispute. She did that. He said, I thought DL, man, gone. That's funny. Somebody get charged up with being gay and then people be like, oh, I always thought he was gay. Man, gone. Yeah, man. Sorry, I need to see that. I need the lotion. I need some lotion today. All right. All right. So all right, we about to go ahead and get right into this. We're about to go ahead and get right into this. Right from the start of it, where it all started. Some of y'all may not be as familiar with the story. RM said Amy Schumer made her coins and then became a real housewife. I didn't know that much. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. Let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Says Monique fires off at DL Hughley. We're gonna play some clips. Don't worry. I'm just gonna get the backstory. Want to make sure we understanding exactly what's happening here. Making sure we understanding exactly what's happening here. Monique fires off at DL Hughley over headlining disagreement. That's a bitch nigga. She called him beach nigga. All right, I had to say it like like, oh boy, I forgot his name. But anyway, last night, May 28th, comedians DL Hughley and Monique participated in a comedy explosion at Fox Theater in Detroit, Michigan. I think I almost went. Well, there's a possibility I could have possibly went to that. It was on the table. That'd been interesting. The night of comedy was hosted by Josh Adams and introduced comedian Ada Rodriguez, whatever the hell that is. During the show, fans were blown away after Monique spat some hateful words. They're using the word hateful. Okay. She spat some hateful words into the microphone about DL Hughley. The 54-year-old felt a certain type of way over a contract dispute. It was said that she was supposed to headline the event, but that did not go as planned. Fed up with the disagreement, the actress decided to let the crowd know her true feelings. A 10-minute-long video captured her saying, "That's what the motherfucking contract says. Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the contract for." All right. Cool. Let's see. This is what that's a post from the Shade Room. It looked like Monique had a few things to get off her chest during the recent comedy show in Detroit. Mo took aim at DL over alleged contract disputes regarding Monique headlining the show. Mo can be heard calling DL a coon. Wow. Now, based off the current definitions of coon, DL Hughley is very fucking far from that. He is very, very, very far from that. I would say he's like, the one of the leaders in the army of the victim Olympics army. Like, he call out every little thing. If a white person fart around a black person and don't say excuse me, he will trot that out as racism. So I mean, that's the opposite of cooning. Like, so I don't know how she calling him a coon, and I got a problem with her calling him a coon anyway. And I'm about to find out why. And a bitch nigga in a few clips that have surfaced online. She even appears to make a comment on his sexuality saying, "Your name is DL. What the fuck it stand for? How far are you bending over?" Huh. Okay. See, here's my thing. And we about to hold on. I'm gonna get into that coon thing real soon. Let me get through the rest of this and then we're gonna roll some clips. But hold on. Attacking DL's character, she went on to say, "What kind of real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman?" See, now she getting on that subject we talk about all the time. Don't say nothing wrong about black women. Don't do that. That's what they, you get your wrist smacked. You can say anything you want to say, but you say something wrong about the black woman, then nah, you a bitch ass nigga, you gay, you this, you that, you all of the above. All of the above. That's how it works. That's the deal. That's how it is. That is what it is. Okay. Hold on. Where was I at? Lost my place when I was reading. When I looked away, what kind of a real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman? She asked in reference to him speaking negatively about her on an old tour. I guess he said something negatively about her on an old tour when she was complaining about the Netflix thing. That was something that, DL Hughley gave her some criticism for how she was, putting on that big scene about Netflix only offering her, was it $1 million or 500,000 or something like that? But they offered Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock upwards of 10, 15, 20 million because they're better than her. Yeah. So, and then that's when she started, trotting out how decorated of an actress she is. We about to get into that. How she said she's the most decorated comedian, and y'all remember that whole story. All right. She asked in reference of him speaking negatively about her on an old tour. She continued adding that she feels bad for his entire family with his wife saying, "Nigga, your name DL. What the fuck does it stand for?" Closing in on her point that he's an undercover homosexual, she asked, "How far you bending over, nigga?" On the DL, she ended the rant by saying that he messed with the wrong one. As of now, DL has not responded, but he does have his own radio show. So I guess so. Yeah, they're just saying he hasn't responded, but they will be covering that. One thing that I want to say, and this part wasn't on there, but we about to get into that because she's calling him a coon and everything. It's like she's just throwing that around reckless. However, she keep lording it over everybody when these things happen that she won an Oscar. All right. She won an Oscar. Okay. Some white people gave her an award. So she think that makes her better than other black people who didn't get that award from white people. So therefore she should be elevated over them. But she calling him a coon. White people gave her a pat on the head by giving her that Oscar in that fucked up movie. But that makes her better than DL Hughley, so she should be the headline over him. Like that's what's about to come out. That's what she's saying. That's what she's getting at. You're saying he's cooning, but you think you're better than other black people because white people patted you on the head with that Oscar. Like that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. But we're about to roll this. Hopefully I could see that just fine. Put one in the chat if you can hear it when it start playing.
And DL Hughley turned into a bitch and says, Monique is to be the last mother. Got me fucked the contract. I'm not a boy in the third grade, bitch. I'm going to tell. Yes, he punked me, bitch, but nobody saw it. I want to tell. See, I fucks with problem with me. If you sign the motherfucking contract, that's what the fuck it is. But they're so used to niggas fucking around with the contract and being nervous because they might lose an opportunity or a motherfucking chance. So they will redo the contract. I'm not a bitch who's gonna redo the contract. If you sign the motherfucker, that's what the motherfucker is. So tonight, see, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down for you, Detroit, because I would feel less than a motherfucking woman if I didn't let y'all know what the fuck was going on this stage right now. So if my energy is a little different, nigga, because they got me fucked up. They got me fucked up. So the contract, oh, nigga. The motherfucking contract said that a bitch is the headliner. The headliner. Let me say it again, the headliner. That's what the motherfucking contract says. Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I had walked away for a second. It was one thing I do got to put. I meant to pause it sooner. Fair use. Meant to pause it sooner when she was saying that she would feel that she said she'd feel like less of a woman if she didn't come straighten this out. Basically, she'd feel like less of a woman if she didn't come do some ratchet, ghetto, aggressive shit. She'd feel like less of a woman. Like she literally said that. That's what I wanted to come back and jump in on, but I had to walk away and do something real quick. But I'm back. But how the hell she feeling like less of a woman if she didn't come out and do this egregious, aggressive act calling a black man gay over a contract dispute. Let's go.
And I don't open for no goddamn.
That says something about how she defining womanhood. But anyway.
That a bitch is the headliner.
Let me make an amendment to that. Black womanhood. Let me
the headliner. Let me say it again. The headliner. That's what the motherfucking contract says. Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business and I don't open for no goddamn body. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. But a nigga named DL Hughley turned into a bitch and said I won't perform if she does that.
Now, I just want to make it very clear. Jerry Seinfeld and Sarah Silverman got a contract dispute behind the scenes. Does this result in Sarah Silverman coming on stage and calling Jeff Foxworthy a bitch and implying that he's gay? Jeff Foxworthy and Amy Schumer have a contract dispute behind the scenes. Does this result in Amy Schumer? Now, keep in mind, I'm using vulgar white female comedians. Does this result in Amy Schumer coming on stage and calling Jeff Foxworthy gay and a bitch and all kind of other shit? Does it result in that? That's just my question.
I won't go out if she does that. Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga. Nigga, you open.
Let's hear this
I won't go out if she does that. Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga. And you think because I don't have a dick, that ain't my position, nigga.
And she tried to smuggle in because I don't have a dick, it ain't my position. She tried. Okay, let's get this clear. Let's get this straightened out. Because some people probably thinking that she got him. She, oops, pile surprise. Oh, only a few people probably remember where that reference came from. That oops, pile surprise. Anyway, some people thinking she probably got him on that one. She got him on that one, but hold on. I remember going to the movies on the first day it came out to see the Kings of Comedy. I remember that. I don't believe Queens of Comedy was at the movies. I think the Queens of Comedy went straight to VHS. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I meant to Google it before we started. I was going off memory. But I remember watching a video. I remember watching a VHS of Queens of Comedy. Not even a DVD. I remember watching because early 99, 2000, 2001. People were still using VHS. DVDs was out, but people were still using VHS. Paul Game, you're right. DL is a clown in many ways. Okay, he is a clown in many ways. I'm not fighting with that one. All right, like I said, he's the king of the not the king. He's leading the army. He's one of the generals in the army when it comes to the Victim Olympics. So part of me do want to leave it alone. Okay, it didn't go straight to VHS. It went straight to Showtime. Okay. All right. I just know one moment I found out about it, and the day that I found out about it was the day that I had the VHS in my hand. Oh, they made a Queens of Comedy. That's cool. Let's put this in. Okay. It was kind of funny. And I found out right there that who Monique was. I didn't know who Monique was before that. I found out who she was before that. The other people on there, from my perspective, was more famous. Now it's interesting that they let that Monique was the one who closed it out. Who wasn't the. I don't know if to say she was a headline, but she went last. She was the last person on stage. All right. Just like Bernie Mac was the last person on stage with the Kings of Comedy. But a lot of people don't realize this. Bernie Mac was the least famous. He was probably the most funny, the most raw, and the most, popular and liked among black people out of all of them. He was the people's champ, but he was the only one who hadn't been on TV yet. Steve Harvey had been Mr. Hightower. DL Hughley had been on mainstream TV. Cedric Entertainer had been on mainstream TV. Bernie Mac was the only one who didn't have mainstream appeal. They let him basically lead it off. They elevated him. He wasn't Uncle Bernie on the Bernie Mac show yet at the time, but them elevating him because they had mainstream success. He didn't, but he was, the funniest. He was a people's champ. They let him headline it. They didn't pour rank on him because they had been validated by white people. Now, Monique is trying to call DL Hughley a coon, but she keep trying to pull rank on other black people because she's been validated with that Oscar by white people. That's what's happening here. That's the biggest contradiction in her whole little thing that nobody wants to put out. She keep putting her fist in the air, fighting against this and fighting against that, but you thinking that you just the shit, like her 4 Oscars. I mean, not her 4 Oscars. Her Oscars. Y'all see why I said 4 in a second. Her Oscars. That's like her Al Bundy poke high, 4 touchdowns type of thing. That she keep going back to that. She's gonna keep going back to that. She's gonna keep going back to that, and that's why she thinks that she's better than DL and don't deserve to come on stage before him because she won an Oscar for that horrible movie Precious. Like that. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Thank you, Daryl Phillips. It says click the like. Absolutely, click the like button. Let's go. A story to tell in the building says if Sarah Silverman saw Jerry Seinfeld in the building, she knows she's automatically she knows automatically he's headlining. I understand that. Maybe I didn't find a perfectly comparable comedian in terms of success, but but either way it go. I think Amy Schumer and Larry the Cable Guy. Okay, you could argue that she's more famous than Larry the Cable Guy. I guess. I've recently seen her in more things than Larry the Cable Guy. I guess, but if it was a contract dispute over which one of them was supposed to go on stage first and which one's supposed to go on stage last, I don't believe it results in Amy Schumer calling Larry the Cable Guy gay on stage and calling him a bitch ass motherfucker and all of this, all that other stuff. I don't think it results in that. I don't think that happens. I don't think that's a thing. It just is what it is. Like, that's the problem. Contract disputes happen. People disagree. The part of the last word in show business is business. They got to get the business right. If there's disputes about the business gets done and handled behind the scenes by normal people. You don't come out and do this and publicly do that. And you're going to see DL Hughley did launch a response to this where he did make a lot of good points. Okay, so I'm all right. That's either way it go. Right? Okay, you're saying Larry the Cable Guy is a lot more famous than the person that I named. Okay, fine, 2 equally comparable, and I'll put DL Hughley and Monique more or less, neck and neck. Okay, cool. It was a contract dispute over who went last and who went first. Because I do understand. To open for somebody that's saying this person is better than you, that's lowering your stock value. So to agree to go on before this person, you just lowered your box office. You lowered how much you can demand. So I get that. That's why I think comparable comedians, they probably shouldn't be on tour together. They shouldn't. They probably shouldn't do shows together. They probably shouldn't. You want to be the headliner, you want to have an underline of underlink, downlink of comedians that are not as big as you. And you going back to that, feminine melanin says, doesn't matter who's more famous. The thing is, the contract is a contract. I agree. Contract disputes should be talked about and discussed behind the scenes. It should not result in one person going on stage before the crowd, before the audience, calling the other person a bitch ass nigga and questioning his sexuality. That's the part that is just ratchet and ghetto and just beyond the pale here. If she would have said, nope, y'all ain't doing the business right, y'all not honoring the contract, I'm out. Take my name off of this shit. I'm gone. But because I signed the contract and this whole thing is falling apart because y'all not honoring the contract, guess what? I'm gonna take y'all to court. I'm still gonna get paid for this. If I was gonna get paid $20,000 for this, I still want my $20,000. Oh, y'all don't want to pay me if I don't perform? Okay, honor the fucking contract. That's behind the scenes negotiation. And if the contract does say that she was supposed to go up first, then she got him by the balls. Hold him by the balls legally based off the contract. But to come on stage and do this shit, that's the problem. That's precisely where the problem is. Precisely where the problem is. Damn it, I just spilled coffee on my leg. Shit. All right. Let's get back into this shit.
So when I leave this motherfucker, the headliner has left. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with no motherfucking body. But when you cross the line with me, nigga, you have crossed the motherfucking line. And that bitch nigga has crossed the motherfucking line. See, we got a history, nigga. We got a history. That nigga went on a tour talking about all Monique wasn't. You can Google it right now. DL Hughley on Monique, all I wasn't, what I wasn't worth, all of this bullshit. And nigga, you put your feet under my motherfucking table.
Most people thought you wasn't worth the 10-20 million that Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle was worth. Most people thought that. Is what have you done for me lately? That's how the business works. You don't get to keep living off an Oscar for that horrible movie.
So you came to my home, nigga, and you put your feet under my motherfucking table. I don't get down like that, goddammit. You got a bitch wrong. You talk about Young Thug, and because of their names, nigga, your name is DL. What the fuck does it stand for? Hey, how far you bending over, nigga, on the DL? You fuck with the wrong one.
Okay, I didn't know that was about to happen. Okay, fortunately for y'all, the screen is kind of small, but we just saw a 55-year-old grandmama twerk, and that was weird. Fortunately, I got the screen small. Y'all didn't really see that like I saw it because I'm looking at it on the big screen, but it's small on y'all end. But we just saw a 55-year-old grandmama twerk. That was weird. I didn't want to see that. I was listening to this and not watching it. Because most of the time when I'm watching stuff, I'm really not watching it. I'm just listening to it. I got earbuds in and I'm doing other stuff while listening. I did not know that she twerked. That was not good. That was not good.
That's my family, nigga. I'm home, nigga. I'm motherfucking home, yo. I go all the way back with Coco in the.
Yeah, that cellulite still. She done moved on and doing all kind of other motions. That cellulite still wiggling from that twerk.
Motherfucking lounge in the back of the bar when they was cooking motherfucking fried fish, bitch. That's me, nigga. That's me, Detroit. I'm the bitch who did fuck a nigga in the car, but bitch, that happened so long ago. See, black women, let me tell you something. A lot of black men in Hollywood got a problem with me because I got a motherfucking black king. That's my husband. And them niggas can't understand it. They can't fathom it. It makes them motherfucking sick. Because at what time did black men start attacking black women? What kind of real nigga is that? That's a bitch nigga. That's a bitch nigga. What kind of real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman? A bitch nigga. I feel sorry for DL Hughley's family. I feel sorry for his motherfucking wife. Because how do you suck the dick of a coward?
All right, it was. I meant to pause it sooner because I was trying to figure out what black man is mad because she has a black husband. Like, out of all the things that black men have criticized black women for, them marrying a black man is not one of them. That's what she said. That's what she said. Then she went on a rant about what kind of black man would what did she say? Let me back it up. It was so much there. It was so much there. Hold on.
Bitch nigga, I felt sorry for DL Hughley. That black men start attacking black women.
Okay, attacking.
Because at what time did black men start attacking black women? What kind of
now, right there, what she's advocating for is a world where we can say nothing about them, but they can say any and everything about us. That's the world that she's advocating for. That's the world that she wants it to go back to, where men are, in tiptoe stance when it comes to saying anything about women, particularly black men saying anything about black women. That's the world that she wants to advocate for. So again, you say anything about a black woman, and she's referring to DL Hughley disagreeing with Monique on the facts and the details of the whole little dispute with her and Netflix. She's calling that an attack. That is an attack. Listen, DL Hughley, who I would say is equally famous and successful as Monique, could not garner 10 to 20 million from Netflix either. He couldn't. He probably can get 500,000 or whatever the hell they offered her. Him disagreeing with her on the facts and details, that's what she's predicating that off of, him being a bitch ass nigga who's attacking black women and being a coward because he disagreed with her on the facts and details of that little Netflix dispute. That's what's going on here.
real nigga is that? That's a bitch nigga. That's a bitch nigga. What kind of real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman? A bitch nigga. I feel sorry for DL Hughley's family. I feel sorry for his motherfucking wife, because how do you suck the dick of a coward?
And she about killed herself.
I tried to play fair, bitch. I tried to play fair, nigga. I tried to play fair. We was on the countdown, nigga. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. See? I don't
She done about killed herself running across that stage, though.
fuck with nobody. And as an entertainer, families are off limits. As entertainers, we don't fuck with each other's families.
You just fucked with his wife.
Because for me, that is crossing the line. See, I want to give you all a history so you understand a bitch's position. I want to give you the history, mama, so you understand. See, when I look at my wives and sisters, and she look at me like this, get that, nigga. Thank you, mama. See, I did this radio show one time, right? Because I'm thinking, this is my boy. This nigga ain't never had no motherfucking problem, yo. Right? This my motherfucking dude. So we on a radio show, and when we get to the end of the motherfucking program, bitch is your program. Bitch wants the English program. When we get to the end of the program, they say, Monique, would you like to play a game? Well, bitch, I like to play games. So I said, sure, let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather. Would you rather? I said, fuck it, let's go.
I haven't even seen this part, so I don't even know where she's going right now. I didn't watch it this far.
And then the sister Jasmine says, would you rather your husband fuck Lee Daniels without a condom or Corinne Steffens with one? I want y'all to hear the bitch shit this nigga that tried to put me through, y'all. Would you rather your husband fuck, like, nigga, what kind of shit are you putting over the air to your motherfucking listeners? That's coon shit. So be careful who's feeding your motherfucking soul, because you might swallow coon pie and you can't get the coon off of you, and it'll give you goddamn diarrhea. I don't fuck with nobody, but don't fuck with me. Now let's start the motherfucking show. I feel better.
All right. That's my first time seeing that part. That's why the look of disgust on my face was genuine. Because I had never seen that part. I had stopped watching. Oh man. She can't keep calling people coons. Because the only reason that she think that she is up there to the point to where no other black comedian can headline over her is because white people gave her an award because they gave her that Oscar. And so that's some coon shit too. You think you're better than other comparable black comedians because white people gave you an award for something they had nothing to do with comedy. But that makes you better than DL Hughley. Thus the reason that you, like she said, I don't headline. I don't open up for no fucking body. What she really saying is I don't open up for no other black people because white people gave me an Oscar. I don't open up for no other black people because white people patted me on the head and approved me for an Oscar where I played in a movie where if anything was cooning, that goddamn movie was cooning. That fucking fat ass. In that movie, a black woman went to a chicken joint. I don't know if it was Popeyes. I don't know if it was KFC or some generic off-brand chicken place, grabbed a bucket of fried chicken and went running up out of there with the fried chicken and was eating it while she was running. Like, that was the movie. That was the most powerful movie of our generation, they said. I watched that movie. I was disgusted. Like, that wasn't even a movie. It wasn't a redeemable character in there. And you could make a movie like that where every character is flawed, and I get it and I understand, but they didn't land the plane on that stuff. By the end of that movie, when I found out Precious had AIDS, I was just like, okay, whatever. Everybody in that movie was just horrible, including Precious. I couldn't even relate or sympathize with her. Like, that movie was terrible. Like, Color Purple, there's a lot of horrible people in that movie, and Celie, even though we don't like Color Purple around here, okay, we don't like Color Purple. It depicted black men horribly. You still could identify with Celie. You did in the end. When she got away from Mr., you did want her to go off and be happy, and you felt happy at the end. She reconnected with her sister, the only person that truly loved her, and she reconnected and met her kids and everything, and you just wanted her to spend her last little days, just her last however long she had to live, because she was old. You wanted her to spend her last days happy, and that's how the movie ended. Even though we don't like the movie around here, it depicted black men horribly, but that's a movie where the abused character was somebody you could relate to and sympathize with. This movie's like freaking what was it? Antoine Fisher. That was another one. Where he was a relatable guy in the movie. He was abused as a child, and his response to it was similar to what you would think your response might be, and how you may still try to redeem a decent life out of it. Like, it was something there. It made sense. You felt it. Precious, I was just like, what the hell is this shit? I was like, white people say, oh, this movie, it was so powerful. I was like, are they making fun of us? Like, I felt like they was trolling us when they told us Precious was just such a wonderful movie. I felt trolled. Like, I didn't see the movie. I just watched the Oscars and like, yeah, this movie won a lot of awards. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm about to watch it, and I was just looking at this like, what the fuck am I watching? Like Precious was Precious was terrible. I got nothing out of that. Got nothing out of that. That movie was trash. That wasn't Antoine Fisher. That wasn't Color Purple. That wasn't no. That was just a trashy ass low budget movie that Tyler Perry and Oprah had nothing to do with the production or making of that movie. It was already done before they ever even heard about it. They found out about it late, and then they watched it and they said, oh, this movie is powerful somehow. And then so they just put their names on it as executive producers and got it to the Oscars and got white people to watch it and cry some fake white tears and say that, oh, this movie was a powerful movie, I guess. Yes, let's pat these niggas on the head and give them an Oscar for this bullshit. Like, that's what happened. That's what happened. Ryan Decipher in the building says Netflix was gonna pay her $500K. I know you meant pay. You ain't had to send that $2 super chat just to clarify. I know you meant pay, but yeah, he said Netflix was gonna pay her $500,000 for that bullshit. Yeah, not bullshit. I'm still talking about Precious. They was gonna pay her $500,000 to do a comedy special. Precious was fucking horrible. I didn't feel shit with that one. I didn't feel nothing. When I found out at the end she had AIDS, I was like, okay, she gonna get at least said at least she gonna get skinny before she died. Hold on. sorry. Oh, that, that was okay. I went too far now. I went too far. Forgive, forgive me on that one. I didn't mean to do that. JC the Conqueror, he says, call me a coon. I hate you niggas. LOL. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to say that one. I'm sorry. David Johnson. Shout out to David Johnson. Hey, David Johnson got a channel over there. Y'all check that with it. Go check out his channel. Go check out his channel. Well, he be on some bullshit. He be beefing with people over there. But David Johnson always been a real one. So I don't want to approve every message over there. But David Johnson always been a real one. I'm glad he finally started a channel. So shout out to David Johnson. Go over there. Moderators, drop David Johnson link in the chat room. David Johnson always kept it 100. So shout out to David Johnson. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say at least she gonna get skinny before she died. Damn it, that was wrong. That was wrong. JC the Conqueror in the building says she a 40-yard dash with that chicken. Yeah, man. As soon as I saw her running out of that damn KFC with that bucket of chicken, I was like, no, this ain't it. I was like, this ain't it. I was like, this movie is not. Yeah, Iram, you know how I'm feeling. Kevin Sam used to do that all the time. He used to be like, ah, I'm going to hell. He used to do that all the time. That's exactly how I felt with that one. Yeah, I did not feel right. GC in the building want the link. Like, you know, I'm just gonna start just sending GC the link at the start of every show, just right before the show even start. I'm just gonna start sending it to him. But that link is for GC. Don't everybody and their mama come take it. That link is for GC. Shout out to E Capone. Y'all go check that brother out too. I think that's his channel right there that he got. Link dropped right there. Yeah, make sure you check out David Johnson. I think it was some other super chats. Yeah, forgive me for that joke. That wasn't that joke wasn't appropriate. That wasn't appropriate. I like to walk that fine balance of a good, clean, funny joke and with, that just slightly a little too far, but not just full blown mean spirited like that. I don't go that mean spirited with the jokes. Okay, no, fuck that. She was a fiction. Wait, was that a true story? If it was a fictional character, I don't care. But but all right, GC, you got the link. That's fucked up, Bernard. I expected better from you. You've been hanging out with us too long. Man, gone. Nope. You still at the back of the bus. He said Bernard uppercut. But anyway, hold on. Before we so let's get back into it. We detoured a little bit. But all right, let's see. Let's check out DL Hughley's formal response to this. He left a response. He did leave a response. Let's dig it up. Not there. All right, here's DL Hughley's formal response. Let's get into hold up. Almost had it. Oh wait, nope, that ain't it. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm messing up. I got the wrong type of share screen up. All right, not there. There we go. All right. There we go. Son is hot around the building. He says, boy, didn't your mama tell you not to speak badly on people? I'm hoping that was a fictional movie, because if that was based on a real character who really did die of HIV, then I feel bad about that joke. I just feel bad about that joke if that was the case. I really do. But all right. Here we are with DL Hughley's official response. Y'all can't see it, but I'll see it and I'll read it. I can see it and I'll read it, and y'all will just trust and believe that I'm reading it correctly. The real DL Hughley released a statement on his Instagram, and it reads, all you have to do is check the order of the names on the ticket stub from last night, and you will see who's confused. Against my better judgment over the objections, where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. This is where it's about to get interesting here. He says, excuse me, Oprah was the problem. Tyler Perry was the problem. Charlemagne was the problem. Steve Harvey was the problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be everyone else. In the words of Jay-Z, I know he wasn't the first one to ever say this, but he did say it in the song where he was doing one of his traditional subliminal sneak disses to somebody. He was doing a sneak diss to Kanye West. And he said, if everybody's crazy, you're the one that's insane. And he said that he wasn't, he tried to, double back on it. Oh no, I was talking about myself when I said that. Jay-Z don't own shit when he say something about somebody. But that's essentially what DL Hughley is saying. If everybody is the problem, then no, you're the problem. Everybody can't be the problem. So he did reel off all the names. He reeled off Oprah, Tyler Perry, Charlemagne, Steve Harvey, Lee Daniels, Netflix. He named them all. Then now it's his turn. Now he's the problem. At some point, it can't be everyone else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh, not hear about your contract, apparently. That is true. That is true. People didn't come there to hear about a contract dispute. The role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next. That's a good point, man. Like I said, though, that's her moment. That's her big day in the sun. That's her poke high 4 touchdowns. Can't nobody tell her shit. She's still living off that. However, and we are joined by GC, but before I go to GC on this one, and hold on, I want to make sure I'm not missing super chats. Ecopone in the building says, I got 5 on it. Respect to all the vets in their family. Absolutely. It is Memorial Day. Shout out to all of the vets. Appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to each and every one of you. Do appreciate you and all your service. Appreciate that. So before we even pass the mic to GC, we do want to take the time to see Monique's response to that email. You want to take the time to see Monique's response to that email. So, if you're new here, by the way, please subscribe. All right, here's Monique's response. I said response to that email. I mean response to that the Instagram post. I almost said tweet. Anyway. Now, she said her Instagram is the real Mo Worldwide. That's interesting. Okay. The fact that you point the people to the ticket stubs for the orders of the names versus your contract implies that you don't have a contract that shows you are the headliner. We don't know if she's right, but she might be right. You could be right on the merits, but wrong in how you carried it out. I was trying to think of some comparable comedians. Jeff Foxworthy, I'm probably botching it, but Jeff Foxworthy and Amy Schumer have a contract dispute behind the scenes. It will not result in Amy Schumer going on stage and calling Jeff Foxworthy gay and on the DL and a bitch ass motherfucker, whatever. That would not happen. They would try to handle their dispute behind the scenes. If they couldn't come to an agreement, it'll be no dice, no show. Whatever. Shit happens. Business goes awry. It happens. That's how it will work in a normal situation. All right. She goes on to say, stop messing with people who have never messed with you and who once considered you a comrade in comedy. But I thank you, DL, because you're the reason why I fight for my people like I do. Anytime you opened for Kings of Comedy and I was the... Okay, hold on. Anytime you opened for Kings of Comedy and I was the headliner for Queens of Comedy, and you think you should close a show over me is prime example of the bias that Black women have to deal with in the business. And I said it before, opening for the Kings of Comedy that was at the movies that I went to go see on my first day out. And I never heard of Queens of Comedy until somebody handed me a VHS that closing for them is not as big of a deal. And I do believe she was at the time the least famous of the people. So I think that's why they had her close, just like how they let Bernie Mac close because he was the least famous, but he was the most funny and the people's champ that they wanted to help elevate him to some mainstream status. But anyway, that's a whole nother dispute. That's a whole nother thing right there. But anyway, closing for the Queens of Comedy, opening for the Kings of Comedy is better than closing for the Queens of Comedy. Now, if the Queens of Comedy would have went straight to the theaters, that would have been a different thing. That would have been a different ball game. Somebody said it went straight to Showtime. I thought it went straight to VHS because I didn't hear about it on Showtime. I didn't hear about it until somebody gave me a free VHS. But anyway, she's saying that's an example of the bias that Black women have to deal with in the business. And so she put on the victim queen hat. She's a queen. Can't nobody touch. You know what they do when they be when they be queening. Queen is a verb. When they be queening. And then, when something happened, they the victim queen. Shout out to Obsidian for coming up with the term victim queen. They who run the world, girls, and they all that and everything. And, black girl magic, black girls rock, black girl. Then one little small, slight impediment. Oh, we're the victims and we're unprotected. But anyway, it says, and now she's saying, I won't even discuss awards. So they're like I said before, she's calling him a coon, but she thinks she's better than him because white people patted her on the head and gave her that Oscar. So who's the coon? All right, that's pretty much the end of it. That's pretty much my full take, my full shot on it. But we're gonna get Game Changer in here momentarily. A story to tell. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that brother as well. It says, I wonder how she would have felt if she was the headliner, but he still got paid 100K more than her. I think she would have made a big fuss about that as well. But nevertheless, beat it as it may. Hold on, wait real quick. We got Dane C in the building. He says, nah, she was the most famous because of the Parkers. Okay. I never heard of her. That's why I spoke personally on that one. I had never heard of her until the Queens of Comedies. I knew the other ones, and I'm forgetting who else was on there, but I know Adele Givens was on there, who I went all the way back to Def Comedy Jam with her. I think Samore and Cheryl Underwood. One of them was there and one of them wasn't, but I knew about both of them, and it was somebody else that Monique at the time I didn't know. No, it was four of them. So I'm putting somebody there that wasn't there. Anyway, that part don't matter. Either way that go. I didn't know about her. Miss Laura was the one. That's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure, but I knew about Miss Laura. I knew about Samore. I knew about Adele Givens. So yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and get ready to go. You said what? Mo been in the game. You said Mo been in the game since forever. Yes, I know that forever started around Queens of Comedy. Like that was like 25 years ago. Damn near. Man, maybe 2000. Kings of Comedy was like 98, 99. Kings of Comedy was like 99. Queens of Comedy was like 2000. So yeah, that's 22 years ago. So I mean, yeah, that's about right. So if she did a little something before that, then okay. She said she'd been in the game 30 years. Okay. Yeah, and she started getting more famous around 2000. But anyway, we got GC in the building. What's going on? What's up, man? What you got on this one? Before you even speak, moderators, I know what to do. Drop all the links to Game Changers channel and everything in the chat room. Let's go ahead and get ready to go. Let's get it. What's up, GC?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I seen she had a name before. I seen her on Queens of Comedy. She did a couple of things. I seen her on that movie Three Strikes, and I think she did that movie Fat Girls before Queens of Comedy. Basically, she just had a comedy style calling women skinny heifers and stuff, calling regular in shape fit women skinny heifers. She basically made a career off of thin shaming, and then she lost a little weight, and then you know, and now she's actually fat shaming, other women. It's kind of weird. Keep in mind that it don't really matter past a certain age and stage in your life. If you're gonna lose weight, ladies, don't wait until you're like 58. Like then, I mean, because then you go from being old and fat to just being old. Like, what the hell? What does that do? Like somebody gonna say, "Ooh, you sexy now?" No, you're too damn old. You did it too late. You did it too late. What was the point in doing it at that point in your life? I mean, it's good that you did it. It's better than nothing. But come on now, you spent the best time, ladies. Lose weight when it matters. I mean, it's always gonna matter, but lose weight when it matters the most. Don't be like, oh no, now I'm just old. Like you just got like a new lease on sexy or something. No, no, no. You probably would have been on some sexy stuff if you did it. Like, what's her name? Effie White. What's her name? Jennifer Hudson. She did it when it mattered. Do it
Yeah.
when it mattered. Yeah, exactly. Somebody says she lost. Yeah, you don't know because it don't matter. It don't matter at that stage in the life. And then don't lose a bunch of weight and still be fat. That's another thing. But another thing I want to talk about was Precious.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Precious was a good movie, primarily for women. You got to see it from their points of view because women like that like to claim victim status. They like to claim special victim status, and fat women wasn't considered victims for far too long until the movie Precious. Precious allowed them to say, and the character Precious, she was a victim of, in this case, her mother. Her mother was forcing food down her fat. She was forcing food down her gullet. She was throwing food at her and saying, "Eat this shit," and it was, she was so. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to paint the narrative of I'm not fat, I am the victim of such and such. And people wasn't buying the whole white supremacy thing like that. So they were saying that I'm the victim of something, therefore sympathize with my fat ugly ass. That is what they were trying to convey.
Well, okay, when you said that it showed that fat women can also be victims, see, I thought you were going a different route because you're basically saying they were fat because somebody abused them by forcing fried chicken down their throat. I didn't know you was going that route. I thought you was going down the route of, and this is a dark path that I didn't necessarily consider, but I thought you was going down the route that they still will suffer the same type of a molestation. Her mom and her and the mom's boyfriend was basically sexually assaulting her, and I thought you were going down the dark road of saying that fatter girls, fatter women, or who were probably fat girls, we're basically saying that we're left out of the conversation when it comes to the type of sexual assault because don't nobody want us. But when it comes to exploiting, then people still will exploit all the same. I thought you was going down that route. Were you going down that route, or were you just talking about her mama shoving fried chicken down her throat?
No, I was just talking about her mama shoving fried chicken down her throat.
Okay.
I was really just going down that route. With the molestation and everything, that's a whole different story because um, the thinking before that was supposed to be that these women are so ugly and unfuckable that nobody will molest them. Like that was the thinking before that, and then they say, "Oh no, no, we can get molested too," and they did bring that realization to the populace. And I didn't know. I thought that somebody that fat and ugly was unmolestable, but then when you think about it, it kind of makes sense because anybody who's attracted to fat ass bitches got very few lines and standards in life. There are very few lines that they won't cross to.
Well, I don't think molesters and predators don't have standards.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, they don't have lines that they won't cross. Like you know how you have certain lines, like she fine, but she my cousin. You have certain lines that you don't cross. They don't have as many of those. So it's not. It's really safe to assume that they can and do cross that line as well.
Yeah. And that was something I didn't consider, that I guess from a certain type of woman in a certain type of perspective, that she probably liked that aspect, did like that aspect of it, that was brought to light. I didn't gather that when I watched the movie. I just saw a horrible movie where the main character, yes, she was treated like shit, but she was like, nothing about her was, I mean, it wasn't just that she was fat and ugly. Like I talked about Celie. I talk about Celie all the time. How she was actually I mean, even though she sure was ugly, she was still a good wife. She came there, she straightened out that household, she cleaned up everything, was cooking good meals when Mister was getting ready to go somewhere. He had everything organized. That man could not put socks on without her. Like she had the house that organized and everything in pocket. She was a good, redeemable, likable character. And so yeah, I mean, I'm not just, it's not because Precious was unattractive that I'm saying that the character was like a shitty character. I mean, it's like everything about her was kind of like the way she talked to other people and treated other people was bad. And maybe there is a way to make a movie where the main character was treated horrible growing up and that's why they're horrible, but it didn't even feel like they properly highlighted that. It was just like everybody in there was just on some real trashy shitty stuff, including Precious. And when I saw her still in the bucket of chicken and running and eating the chicken while running while getting chased, it's like, this is just a goofy clown ass movie to me. It just didn't, I didn't feel nothing. Even though I don't like the color purple because it depicted black men horribly, I still can feel something and identify and relate with Celie. I understand, her plight. I understand her plight, and I was happy for her in the end. With Precious, I was just like, whatever. So that's why I thought, like, why is white America trotting this out like this is something beautiful or special when that's Monique's finest
Well,
hour, where she played, a character that, where all she really did is just, I mean, outside of the backdrop of her being a horrible mom, the way that she talked and acted in the story was no different from how she talked and act when she on screen, when she on stage doing comedy. So she,
mhm.
in a real way, she played herself and won an Oscar. And then it's like, well, it's like we're praising and celebrating this shit, and it was just trotted out. I was like, why are people trolling us by elevating this movie? I
Well,
felt
no,
like
she
people
wasn't playing
trolling us.
herself in that movie.
What'd you say?
I mean, she wasn't playing herself in that movie.
I know she wasn't playing herself, but what I'm
Well,
saying
what I
is,
mean is like the way she behaves in real life is not similar to her character in the movie in the sense that
it,
in real life she never attacks fat black women. However, in the movie she viciously attacks fat black women. You see the sisterhood that she feels with her fellow fat men. She didn't portray that in the movie. She went the opposite direction.
okay,
But
fair enough on that point. Fair enough on that point. But do you understand what I'm saying? Is that just the cadence and tonality, if that's a word, and how she spoke and how she, cussed and acted and talked her shit and did all that. It's basically like she played in that movie in many ways the same type of character that she played on stage, damn near. Like it was an aspect of that. I mean, yes, you do point out that she don't attack fat women in her in her on stage persona, and I assume how she act on stage is how she act off stage. So that's what I mean by she's playing the same character. You're just highlighting the simple fact that she she made it big by shaming thin women and elevating fat women, but in the movie she was a fat woman abusing a fat woman. So I mean, yeah, you're drawing one difference, but overall, I'm like, she keep trotting out this Oscar as her, that she's lording over all other black comedians of why she deserved to make more money than them. But really, all she did is get up there and say a bunch of, this motherfucker, this motherfucker, that motherfucker, fucker. That's all she did in the movie. And that's all the hell she do on stage. That's all I'm saying. That's my simple point. That I'm like, that Oscar, I felt like white people was trolling. I just do.
well, yeah, I agree. It was a bit much. I mean, I do feel that they like to see black female victimhood. Like all those movies seem to do well amongst white people. And I think with this particular one, because it's more modern, they I'm gonna be honest, I think that white women in particular think all black women are like precious.
Mm.
And it gives themselves to one say, you know something, my life isn't that shitty. When they look at her and when they look at her mama and things like that, they like, who? At least I'm not that. But also, it's like, okay, they are the victims of something. Therefore, I can sympathize with them, and I feel like a better person because I sympathize. Now, I think what was a takeaway that white people didn't get, perhaps that they should have, was that they're a victim of themselves. You know, like in this movie, the fat black woman was the victim and the victimizer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like they're just bad people. And who's to say that if Precious had the opportunity to grow up, she's not going to grow up and be as fucked up as her mom was to her? Like it's just a perpetual cycle of fat and fucked up. Like who's to say that that wouldn't have happened?
Game changer. I get the feeling that you're saying that they're just bad people and fucked up. More so, not as much because of their bad behavior, but more so just because they're fat.
Well, I think that in order for a woman to be fat, she has to be fucked up mentally. And that is because physical beauty is such an important part of a woman's overall value. And it's something that they have control over in the sense of weight. The fact that they are going against that, it does mean that something is wrong with them. Their titties are broken. Like something is wrong with whatever makes a woman, that part of their brain.
Okay. All right.
No,
Yeah, they think I think my analysis of you was right. It don't matter if in the movie Precious that if Monique and Gabrielle Sidibe, hey, shout out to her, by the way. She's moved on quite well from that. Damn it, I don't got the picture. I was gonna pull it. There it is. Shout out to Gabrielle Sidibe. She's so happy now. She's still not basking in the glory of that moment. She's just moved on with her life. Very, very happy. And yeah. And and that arm is big as fuck. But
no,
she's very
congratulations. Go for it.
she's no, I'm just saying she's very happy and has moved on and well adjusted and is no longer and is not lording the movie Precious over everybody in every contract dispute or whatever she has going on as an actress going forward or as a whatever happens in her life. She's so the character Precious was, like I said, a fucked up individual, but the person Gabrielle Sidibe is actually seems like a really decent, pleasant person aside from being fat. But I just get the feeling that you can't see them as a pleasant human being because if they were a pleasant human or pleasant woman, they wouldn't be fat. But the mere fact that they're fat, that just makes them just an they're
Well,
not.
think about what pleasant means, Bernard. Pleasant means a joy to be around. Um, don't you enjoy being around attractive women more so than fat ones?
Yes, but
So
I
if
mean,
they're choosing
I'm
to be fat,
pretty sure when her husband when she hugs her husband, when she put those arms around him, I'm sure he feels really safe and warm and pleasant and to so yeah.
no, being pleasant around an individual that with a particular fetish is one thing. Pleasant people, not pleasant to certain people, pleasant people make it a point to make the experience of being around them pleasurable. She is not doing that. Now, at least she's not maximizing that. Now, you said that things are, is good for her. It's good for her. See, you probably don't even know that you're doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not supposed to compliment the woman. You're not supposed to say, "Ah, good on you. Congratulations to you. You're happy." These are things that you say to a man who gets married. People, if ASAP Rocky was to marry Rihanna, people would say, "Good on him," right? They're not going to say, "Good on Rihanna."
Well, yeah, he's obviously the
They,
one coming up on that
okay,
situation.
okay. So if he's obviously the ones coming up, then what is Gabrielle Sidibe's husband coming? Yes, he's coming down. He's coming down, and he's going down on Gabrielle Sidibe. Nobody congratulates him. You want to know why? Because she's fat, and that's the thing. That's why they're different, and they understand that. They understand that pleasure is to be received, not given to others. That is why they're fat.
Yeah, I do get the feeling that the congratulations that ASAP Rocky will get marrying Rihanna versus the congratulations that Gabrielle Sidibe husband will get for marrying Gabrielle Sidibe. Yeah, those two congratulations, they are going to hit different. They are.
Exactly.
It's like one of them is like a one of them. Hold on, it's got bad feedback, but one of them is like a congratulations, like you really into it. And the other one is just like a very formal, like a like like an acceptance letter type of just a formal copy and pasted we kindly inform you that you are accepted or blah 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 blah. It's just like it's like a real dry. there we go. That's what I'm getting at. Almost like a sympathy congratulations. The congratulations send like it sound like condolences being sent. Like that's the congratulations.
It is condolences being sent. It's condolences to your standards. It's whatever standards that you that we thought you had is my condolences to that.
All right, let me pull out something else that's going to trigger you. Let me pull out something else that's going to trigger you. Here we go. You probably heard about this. Former Dolphin star Ricky Williams takes his wife's last name to create balance. Now, for those of you that don't know who Ricky Williams are, because I'm assuming Game Changer don't know who Ricky Williams is because he don't watch sports that much. But Ricky Williams, yeah, he's one of the best running backs in the league for a while. He was really damn good, Pro Bowl running back. I think he got a 2,000-yard season under his belt. He was Marshawn Lynch before Marshawn Lynch. He was beast mode. Ricky Williams was a beast. So one of the best to do it in terms of that running back position. But anyway, let's look at this one real quick. Ex-NFL star Ricky Williams revealed that he legally took his wife's last name in order to create a more balance in his relationship. What are your initial thoughts on a man doing just that?
Yeah, I talked to a young boy about that about 10 years ago who was going to marry the mother of his child. In his case, and I don't know if that's the case with this athlete, he's adopted and no real family. And in the case of the young man, and he's married. He was marrying a Latin young lady who had an extensive family. That in addition to marrying her, he would have been happy to be a part of that extensive family. Also, she don't have any brothers, so there was a lot that went into his decision to do that. But if he's doing it just for peace, then yeah, he's dishonoring his family. He's just doing it for attention and to be championed by other women is what he's doing.
Well, it goes on to say that the 1998 Heisman Trophy winner now goes by Eric Miron. Miron is his wife's last name of 5 years. Linnea, and Eric is his birth name. Okay, I didn't know that much. Williams, 45, revealed the name change on the Dan Le Batard show. And he says, I found that that's been really powerful in creating ease. So the reasons that you gave for the other person, these ain't his reasons. I'm about to get into his reasons. He says, I found that it's been really powerful in creating ease, intimacy, and trust in my relationship. Williams said of the change, his name was legally changed about a year and a half ago. Miron, who now formerly known as Williams, said that his fame had overshadowed his wife within their circle of friends. People kind of forget that she exists. So what? I'm just playing. Not really though. But people kind of forget that she exists. There's an imbalance in our relationship, as it should. You're 1 in a million NFL running back, like probably 1 in 100 million. Like of course there's an imbalance. You're the goddamn. But that's when you can do that, when you could be a Pro Bowl NFL running back, one of the best in the league in his prime, if not the best in the league in his prime, to say that it was an imbalance in our relationship, that's like a king saying it's an imbalance in my relationship with this peasant that I took a liking to. Like, of course it fucking is. Like, what the hell? But anyway, he explained one of the ideas that popped in my mind was I can take her last name. I think it's cool. It's somewhere where we can both win. Your thoughts on that? Your thoughts?
Well, the whole concept of balance in a relationship is something that is a feminist concept. That relationships should be balanced. They really should not be balanced, nor could they be balanced. And if you seek balance in a relationship, you're going to seek unhappiness in general. Um, for example, like that's like saying, I should get, the more grandiose ring while getting married because it's balanced, or I should walk down the aisle too, or we should walk down the aisle together and everybody stands up for both of us, in order to seek balance. It's not supposed to be balanced. She is supposed to be more pretty than you are handsome. That's not balanced. And in this particular case, because he's an exceptional person, that's what she gets. She chose to marry an exceptional dude. I mean, so what? She's beneath him. Let's move on. See, this is why they have things, Bernard, like the whole seen not heard. Because once they want to be heard and they want to be recognized the same way that you want to be recognized, it causes all sorts of disharmony. And he's trying to reharmonize the relationship. Now, still, notice how we still don't know anything about her, nor do we give a shit.
Right.
There isn't any balance. Look, there isn't any balance. We knew him as a Heisman winner in 1998. Now we know him as a damn fool, but we still don't know her. Like, so nothing has changed. The only thing that's introduced is our understanding that he's a damn fool. They married. So he was already married and he decided to do this to create harmony in the relationship. No, no. If she can't find harmony in getting a damn sandwich, then fuck her. If she can't have harmony in raising child with superior DNA, then fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah.
If she
Indigenous
can't find
TV
harmony
said,
in being rich, then fuck her.
oh my goodness, yes. Rich, superior genetics, like that's everything. Like I mean, well, okay. One flaw in Ricky Williams, I think he did end up getting kicked out of the NFL because as Stephen A. Smith, do I still got that ready to go? As Stephen A. Smith, this whole little drop right here, Stephen A. Smith started doing this because of Ricky Williams. Because Ricky Williams could not
do it again, please. Stay off the weed. Stay off the weed. And you can't stay off the weed. He ain't getting busted for using weed. Stays off the weed.
All right. So that was Ricky Williams' only flaw. He couldn't stay off the weed. And that's pretty much why he's not in the well, I mean, right now he's older now, but his career ended and didn't go as far as it should have went because he couldn't stay off the weed. But Indigenous TV in the chat room was saying he never made the Pro Bowl. I just looked it up. His career wasn't as good as I thought it was, probably because of the weed. But he did make the Pro Bowl only 1 year, and I'm shocked by that. But it was in 2002, and I was a serious Madden player in 2002, so I remember that year. He was trucking over everybody on the video game that year. So yeah, and he rushed for nearly 2,000 yards that year. He did make the Pro Bowl, and in that same year that he made the Pro Bowl, he also where is it? I just looked the shit up now. I can't find it. Yeah. So yeah, he made the Pro Bowl that year in the first team AP All Pro. Okay, all right, yeah. Hold on, wait. I'm looking at the shit wrong. But he made the Pro Bowl. He made the damn. Okay, here it is. Selected to the Pro Bowl, first team AP All Pro. So yeah, he was. Yeah, he was killing it in that year. Then he had a lot of other good, really good seasons, not necessarily great seasons like I thought. He had a lot of really good seasons, But anyway, still a great career. Could have been better if he stayed off the weed. But
Wait a minute. Wait, something is not adding up. A lot of things
okay.
aren't adding up here. Because I think that he might have been preserved. So this just happened, a name change?
The name change literally just happened. Well, he said a year ago it happened. He just announced it recently.
How old is he? Like 43, 44?
Yeah, I think they said 45. He's been retired for a minute.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
He spent some of the 90s and some of the early 2000s as a football, phenomenon.
Yeah, he officially retired in 2011. He came to the league in 1999, retired in 2011. Yep.
So why did he wait so long to get married?
I think he's been married for a minute.
They said 5 years.
They said he's been married for 5 years?
I think you said that when you read the thing.
Okay, I must have forgot what I read. But okay, let's just go with it. Okay, he's been married for 5 years, and then in the middle of the marriage, he decided to change his name. Okay, yep. Hold on, wait. Moran is his wife's last name of 5 years. Okay, all right. So yeah, so his wife of 5 years, that's her last name. He's 45, so he got married at 40.
Why you get married at 40?
Why did he get married at 40? Because he wanted to get married.
Do they have
start a family, have some babies? What's the big deal?
Do they have kids?
I'm assuming he putting some babies who coming out the womb addicted to marijuana. I'm assuming he putting some of those in her.
Well, can we check? Let's see if they have kids.
Okay, well damn. Okay, so we'll Game Changers has it going. Okay, Ricky Williams. That's already typed in. Let's go kids. Okay. Okay. Look like he has a whole tribe. I see like 5 of them. Let's see.
And they're all over 5 and with her?
No, I don't think they all with her. Okay, here's a picture. Oh no, damn. Okay, these is I don't know if these kids are with her. Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, no, it looked like they all with her. Yeah, these are some yeah, these are some mulatto whatever the hell. Yeah, these kids are.
That could just mean that his previous side pieces wasn't left.
Well, some of them are young enough to be hers, so I mean, it's very possible. I mean, so yeah, I mean, either way it goes. Either I'm looking at a picture of a big happy family with a big black man, a white woman, and some mixed kids.
Okay.
So there. Okay.
Okay, I got you. All right, so it makes somewhat sense, but yeah, like it just wasn't adding up that he would, wait this long, like wait to after his career to get married.
Why is that a big deal? I don't understand.
Well, it just seems like he was eligible at a younger age, and to me at a certain point, it's like, what's the point? Now I get that there's a certain, but I mean, if the point is to have kids, okay, so she obviously, well, some guys marry in their 40s,
Okay.
just for the sake of doing it. Like they marry a woman in her 40s and they're not gonna have any damn kids or anything like that. They just do it just to say they did it. And I'm saying if that's his decision-making process, then it would make sense.
It don't appear that he did it just to do it. It looked like they had kids before they were married, and it looked like they had some after the marriage. So
okay, and that's what makes sense. Yeah, that's what I said. It makes sense now.
It makes sense to change his name, or just makes sense to marry?
No. It makes sense to get married, but I'm just because they had kids before that and having a marriage.
Listen, where I'm at with that, the
purpose of marriage is kids.
I get that, but where I'm at with it, once you do something goofy like taking your wife's last name mid-marriage, once you do something goofy like that, your reasons and motivations for getting married is irrelevant.
Oh no, I mean I think that he just did the other shit because he was high. No, I think we're overthinking it. I think that he just smoked some weed and She suggested it to him while he was at his highest.
Very possible, but I mean, he got to be smoking a lot of weed. He didn't come back down from the high and then not do it. So I mean, you don't just do something like that on a whim. So I mean, if he was high before he did it, I mean, being high could play a factor. Okay, being high could play a factor. I don't think he thinks very clearly. I think he probably stopped smoking weed. He's doing a lot of interviews now, but he's messing. I think he's. I can't say he's thinking clearly now, but no, he was a real hazy dude. Like I mean, I used to see him in interviews. Like he used to fail the drug policy all the time in the NFL. So yeah, but either way, he's a pretty hazy dude. He's a pretty hazy dude.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. He's in a constant. I mean, he's always had different levels of high, but he probably wasn't at maximum high. But like in his regular haze, he just woke up with a different last name. It happens.
all right, so Uncle Stu in the building. Uncle Stu, the old man on the block, says, salute, supporting Black Male Media. Appreciate it. Do appreciate it. He says, I'll be sending you an email soon for an interview and panel talk. Absolutely. I'm with it. Thank you, Uncle Stu. Do appreciate you. Jackie Jack in the building says, so the kids have his old last name, Balance Not. That is something that I did think about. Whether or not he changed the kid's name, or are the kids still walking around with his old last name. It was weird when you look at it because, okay, this is the goofy part. It says, I found that it's been really powerful creating ease and intimacy. Okay, I read that part. People kind of forget that she exists. There's an imbalance in the mute up, GCC, mute up. He explained one of his ideas that popped in his mind was, I can take her last name. I think it's cool. It's somewhere where we can both win. Williams added, as if she's not winning by being married to Ricky Williams. Anyway, the former Miami Dolphin okay, this article is fucking up. He wasn't a linebacker. The former Miami Dolphin running back revealed that Williams isn't even really his last name. It turns out Williams was his grandmother's husband's last name, but the man was not his dad's father. Okay. It's one of those family secrets. And okay, he said, and if you go back far enough, its idea of it is a slave name. So I think of what is even the purpose of the last name, and I find more meaning in this last name than Williams. So you can't pull that's the slave master's name and then marry a white woman and take her name. I mean, it sounds like
Yeah, that was weird. Well, I mean, because if giving the name is something that owners do to slaves, then yeah, what does that say about this situation?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like he can't pull that one and then marry a white woman and take her name.
Yeah, like I did that just to have balance. So did the slaves. That was weird. Like when Kuta Kinte took the name Toby, he did it for balance. That balance of not getting an ass whooping. Like that's what the hell? Yeah, he just basically screamed Toby and then said pass the weed. This was that was awful.
Yeah, man. That whole situation was all around weird, man. All around weird. But again, that made
so stepdads of the world, you get no respect. You get no respect.
What'd you say about stepdad?
You see how he just disrespected his dad's his step granddad?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere along the road, stepdads, the disrespect will come. The disrespect will come. Somewhere down it could be generations later. But that disrespect is just the brewing. It's just the brewing until one day it just amasses itself in Super Saiyan disrespect out of nowhere. It just flares up on you. He just out of nowhere said that wasn't even my real granddad. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that?
That granddad at one point, he was the respected patriarch of a family. Fast forward, not a grandkids is just pissing on his grave.
Exactly. Like the whole if he's in the grave. The
He's
whole
probably still alive getting pissed on then. Yeah, you're right.
exactly. The whole concept of, because of my stepdaddedness, I now have a step grandson that is this world class athlete. And he just said, nigga, you're not my real granddad. I don't want your name. Damn. Damn.
Mm. All
Exactly.
right.
Stepdaddies, y'all gonna realize one of these days, when it comes time to walk your stepdaughter down the aisle, she's gonna be like, "Oh no, I found my real dad on Google," and then he walks her down the aisle. That's you're gonna get your stepdad wake up call.
You know what? That do be a hard moment, and I've seen multiple weddings where it was two dads walking down the aisle, the biological dad and the stepdad who raised her. I seen her being given away. I've seen that where they get given away by two men. But when they make a decision, that is always it's a shitty moment for whichever one is not decided. The biological dad is at the wedding looking like less of a man, and then then if she chooses the biological dad, then the stepdad who put the work in got to sit down and feel like, I don't know if he feel like less of a man, but he damn sure feel like a fucking idiot. Like, so either way it go, whichever one is sitting down not walking her down the aisle it's a shitty feeling. So some of them split the difference by doing by having them both walk her down the aisle. But I always say this, until men start speaking in these spaces, nobody ever said that if she was able to knock it out the park like that when it came to picking that stepdaddy, why did she do such a shitty job at picking the dad for the kid? If she could knock it out the park, if she can damn near bat 1,000 when it comes to picking a good stepdad, that means she knows a good man when she sees a good man, and she could have picked a good man from the start. That nobody ever brought that to the table until we started bringing that to the table, and that sort of changed that shook up the whole conversation right there. That those little tidbit facts. But all right, moving forward to another thing I had in the chamber today. This clip right here is pretty goofy. Ashley Larry is in it, but he don't say a whole lot. Well, yeah, actually, he kind of do. But let's roll this clip. It says most men. This is some bullshit. But anyway, most men like to get a woman that's already where she is, that he can just come on and join her ride. That's what this chick just said. Now we about to roll this not so beautiful being footage. You could jump in and tell me to pause it at any moment, because I know it's some pausable moments here. But anyway, let's oh wait, let me make sure we got sound. All right, let's get it.
Most men, I won't say generalization, most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride.
Women have
Before we even get into it, hear what Ashley Larry talk. I don't know what his name is.
That's his name, Ashley Larry.
Okay. Before we even hear what Ashley Larry got to say about that, what is your initial thoughts? And I'm going to put the
issue.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Oh, shut up, Ashley Larry. I ain't ready for you yet. All right. That woman saying that men like to just jump on. They like to get a man. I mean, men like to get a woman who's already on her grind and done made it and successful, and want to jump on late to this woman who already has built her success. Now, we have said that it's a lot of women who operate like that. What are the reasons why you think this woman is saying the opposite, that men like to jump on late to a woman who's already built up her success? What are some of the reasons why this woman may be saying such a thing like that?
Because she is a different type of woman. You see, if you ask any Hooters waitress that's not in Mississippi, men want to jump on them early. They're not waiting for her to become a doctor or anything like that. However, women like this, what they do is they wait to become successful before they even consider relationships. So she wasn't in the market while she was building herself to be whatever she is. And she's probably nothing. But she wasn't even in the market for guys when she was younger. And now that she is, she's saying, oh, now the men want to come. It's like, they probably wanted to come when you was early too, when you was younger too.
Okay, what I gather from it, and again, I mean, you, I don't mean to provoke you into criticizing a larger woman, because I mean you don't have to necessarily be provoked into doing that, but I think that's where she's at. This is again a classic case of a woman who thinks that because she became successful, she could barter and trade with her success.
No,
That
that's my
that
point. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, so
I'm,
it wasn't. But don't hold on. It wasn't that she wasn't necessarily on the market. She would have took somebody if somebody would have came, if somebody would have wanted to get with her. But the thing is, when she was broke, she was dealing with broke dudes. She became successful, and she's still dealing with broke dudes. So she thinks that women, that guy, and maybe she got more options now that she got money, more options from type of dudes she don't want. She got more options from there. It's more. She got money now. Now more broke dudes are trying to find her. She probably got she got a more cozier couch for them to sleep on now. So yeah, she got a line of homosexuals lined up. Like that's what women like that are going to get. But now she's, instead of her realizing that that's what she is and that's her lane and that's her market that she's operating in, because the money that she make, the men that make that money ain't thinking about her ass. That's what has her on this, saying that most men like to get with a woman that's already where she is. She's viewing most men as the couch surfers that she's that she qualifies for.
yeah, exactly. I mean, most men that are into her are exactly that. But who is she?
I don't know who she is, but she's somebody. I mean, let's just take her word. She's successful. I mean,
No, we do not just take her word. Listen to me and listen to me good, Bernard.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of these bitches aren't even successful. A lot of these bitches aren't even successful. What they're doing, Bernard, is, you know how some men fake it till they make it? These bitches fake it till they fuck it. Meaning that they fake success until they get the dick. They are faking success. Basically, they sacrificed a portion of their life hoping to be successful, wound up being, the receptionist or something like that, at 40, and then they say, you know something, I'm just going to pretend to be a woman of wealth and means, and I am going to fake success, hoping to get dick that way because I can't fake beauty. Nope. I can't fake beauty. Yeah, somebody said average at best. Average at best. I looked up her poodle shop. I looked up the address and I did a Google Map search. It wasn't even a poodle shop there. It wasn't even a shop there. I'm telling you.
That you might we know you okay. I understand what you looked up, and then we kind of trashed her and said that she was faking it till she made it with the 6-figure business. There was a picture. There was a picture on her Instagram, because when I did that stream called the Average at Best Makeover, where she did a whole little video thing where she showed herself fresh face, no makeup, looking very 3-ish in the face in that video, and then she put on that makeup, fake up witchcraft, bumped her up to about a 7, maybe. I know some people said she was still a 5, but whatever. And it may have been a filter, because I'll be forgetting that they got video filters, but it was a video that I screenshotted. She took the shit down. But anyway, when I was on her Instagram, which she took that video down, but when I was on her Instagram, very briefly, she basically it was a picture of her and her employees. Okay, so we may have to amend something we said earlier, because look, if you got a business and you got employees in uniform, I tend to believe you're doing good business. That could have been that could have been faker than her makeup, but still, it looked like she got employees. And if you got employees, I think she do have a functioning business. But then again, like you said,
okay, well, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's call it. Let's call it, and let's set up a dog grooming appointment right now and see what the reaction is. Let's do a crank call.
You got to do that. My poker face ain't good enough.
I've done crank calls before. Let's make it happen.
Okay. Call her and put it on speaker.
You got the link?
You the one looked up the address. You the one started.
No, that's because of the link that girl put in the back chat. I don't still have it up.
Okay. Let's see. All right, we about to do this. Okay, I can find you the phone number. That I can do. Okay, so give me a second. Stand by, everybody. Stand by, everybody. What kind of dog you got? You got to be ready. Because this is where I know my poker face is gonna fuck up. She gonna ask me what kind of dog I got, and
I got a dash hound.
A what?
A dash hound.
That's a dog?
I heard people say it.
See, you messing up. Okay, you just say a German Shepherd. Just go with German Shepherd.
What are those dogs that look like little sausages? Those little brown dogs.
Hot dog dogs.
Yeah, but that's not the real name for it.
So you can't go with that one because if we don't
Somebody
know the
said
real
a Shih
name.
Tzu. Hold on,
Dachshund. A dachshund.
Dachshund. That's what it is. It's a dachshund. Yeah. Okay, I got a dachshund.
Okay. Okay. Let me type it in. I think it's called the pink poodle. The pink poodle. What's her name? Jessica Gardner, pink poodle. Game Changer is literally about to call this. I think. I mean, it's no losing in doing this. Even if they set up an appointment with you, it's going to be all good either way. Mm-hmm. My prediction is that she got an actual decent, reputable business and it's going to work. But let's see. Okay, all right, come on. All right, I'm on the website and the phone. Are you ready for the phone number? This is all public information. Her business, she's advertised it on national TV. We ain't doxing nothing. It's called the Pink Poodle Spa. All right, we're not doxing nothing. And the phone number is in bold. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. Okay, we're gonna get back to this chick. We're gonna get back to this chick. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Let me share the screen real quick, just so you know we ain't doing nothing insidious here. This is her website. Y'all can see that should be. Oh wait, hold on. Y'all can't see shit. Okay, hold on. This is her website. Y'all should be able to see that. This is the number right here that Game Changer is calling. That's right there on the first page of the website. So
before we call it, could you go to Google Map and to the address? Because I want to show people what I was looking at.
You might have to share the screen for that because I may not be able to get to the exact.
Well, no, just scroll down.
Oh, it's on the same on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. Game Changer is about to set up a dog appointment with his fake dog. All right, we're okay. Right here, this address.
Yeah.
800 SE Greenville Boulevard. Okay.
Suite 105. Yeah. Do a Google map search of that.
Okay. I'm on Google. It looked like two addresses I just put in though. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Stand by. So it says 800 SE Greenville Boulevard, Suite 105, Greenville, North Carolina. Okay, North Carolina. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't two different addresses. Okay. All right. So I'm doing a map search of that. Okay. Map search coming in. Okay, now what? The map is up. Now what?
Okay, look at the place and tell me if it's the Pink Poodle.
How do I look at the place? I'm not good at this.
Oh, here, I'll do it. Hold on.
Do I just click on the little red thing?
There should be something there that says Street View.
All right. Jesse, that not yeah, just I can tell I'm not a stalker. I've never okay.
I am. Oh.
Well, you know, people who constantly looking people up be good at this shit, and they would already have the business and everything and the whole works.
Uh-huh.
I don't be looking people up.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I can't find wherever it supposedly says Street View.
All right, here, I'll see if I can find it. But when I type in the Pink Poodle, it comes up on there's one in California. Hold on. What did you say, South Carolina?
I'm just ready for the okay. I'm just ready for the goddamn phone call where you set up an appointment for your German Shepherd or Dachshund or whichever dog you're going to use.
All right, hold on. That's not it. All right.
Just long story short, when you looked up the business, it looked like a business. It was a different business under that address. That's basically the whole moral of the story. We don't need to
Yeah,
prove that. We'll
RM
take
said
your...
I'll do it. But all right, you go ahead and do it. Let me call. Hold on.
Hold on, y'all about to mess it up if people in the audience is dialing the number. Don't do nothing stupid. Y'all gonna mess it up. You calling right now on speaker?
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't care about the address. I just want you to call and set up an appointment. Even though I do understand that you said you looked up the address from the website and it was a different business there. L Boogie says, "Chill, Bernard. This ain't it." I agree. It went too.
Thanks for calling the Pit Grill Spa and Boutique. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We close for lunch to the public from 1:30 and reopen at 3 p.m. We're located at 800 Greenwood Boulevard, Southeast, Suite 105, Greenville, 27858.
Okay.
All right.
Let me.
All right. Let's get. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I agree with what some people were saying in the audience. What you did when you typed in the address and saw that it looked like she didn't even have a business. I understand that, but that ain't nothing I care to do that. But if you would have called and set up an appointment for your fake German Shepherd, that would have been funny. That's a message I can approve. That's funny. But but the other part, no, we ain't. That was too far messing with the address, even though it's all public information on the front main page of the website. But anyway, yeah, I agree with some people in the chat room saying that this ain't it, don't do that. Yeah, but when I was on real quick, when I was on her Instagram page, I did see that her business did look like a business. Some chicks do be faking it with a fake business, but I did see a business where her and about 5 employees were standing outside of a business. So I was like, okay, yeah, she do got a legitimate business, but it did look suspect at one point. But anyway, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. But that'd been funny if somebody would have answered and you would have set up a fake appointment for your German Shepherd. That would have been funny.
Well, it's Tuesday through Saturday. We could do it later.
I don't know if I care to do it. It's just that part is just funny. That part is just funny. But all right.
Well, no, because I was gonna throw in there like someone tells me that your service is average at best. Is this true? Like I was gonna like throw that line in there because I'm an asshole.
I know you're an asshole, and I know the call would have been funny if you would have got somebody on the line. That's the only reason I wanted to do it. You just get somebody on the line. I know that conversation would have been troll-tacular. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I wanted you to get somebody on the line just so I could just see how that conversation would have went. I did want to see that happen, but I'm halfway glad it didn't. Because, like I said, all right, where was we at? We were looking
Ashley
at
Larry.
Oh yeah, we were doing this Ashley Larry thing. Let's get back to this. That was a detour. He said Bernard said not on this channel. No, I would have been okay with the call. I definitely would have been okay with the call. There's aspects of it that I don't necessarily care for.
Most men like to get a woman that's already with.
Hold on. Y'all should be able to hear that. Y'all should be able to hear that. All right. Damn, you got me deep down in some fuckery today. All right, let's go. All right, where was we at? We was talking about this chick, Ashley Larry, and a bunch of other shit. All right.
she is so that he can just come on and join her. Most men, I won't say generalization, most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride.
Women have an issue where, okay, I'm building them up, and then they throw it in his face. Oh, nigga, if it wasn't for
I
me.
don't do that.
Yeah, never. Who does
women,
that?
Women love
They're
building.
women's-
Men don't like to build women. Men like to get. I'm not. Most men. I won't say generalization. Most men like to get a woman that's already where she is, so that he can just come on and join her ride. Most women, once they get to where they are, the men that are on their level oftentimes not available for whatever reason. If you want to say because Kevin Samuels was right, it's because I'm fat,
Okay, stop right there.
black, and I got two cats. Fine.
All right.
Okay. Notice how she said the men that are on her level. Women use their own success to gauge their worth to men. And that's because their ultimate goal, most women's ultimate goal, or far too many women's ultimate goal, is to. Oh, by the way, before I get deep into that, I did look further into it, and yeah, it does seem like a legitimate business. In fact, it is. So
I thought it was. I thought it was based off my research. We had called it on the show that we didn't think it was necessarily legitimate, but when I went to, somebody sent me her Instagram page. I didn't know it exists. Somebody sent me her Instagram page of the before and after, the makeover before and after shot. Somebody sent me an Instagram page of that, and then I just scrolled down, and just scroll down to see, just look at the page. You know how you do when you find somebody's Instagram page. You just scroll on down, and then I saw a picture with her. It was an older picture, but it was a picture of her and some employees. So I was like, yeah, no, she doing legit business. So I'd already amended that thing that we said about her business is suspect at best. But I amended that, and then I just wanted to hear you. I just wanted to see you call in and set up a dog appointment to get your German Shepherd groomed. I just wanted to see that live on the air. That's all I wanted to see. But all right, but carrying on.
No. Yeah, we could do that call tomorrow, or I'll do the call and then I'll put it on my show. I'll do a pre-recorded call and do it and put it on my show.
Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. But anyway, what about this chick? What about what was said here?
Okay, so dang, I forget. What was the last thing she said?
She said the men that when women get to the level that she on, the men on her level,
yeah,
or something.
So a lot of women want to make as much as they can and then double it, and that comes from the thinking that what's mine's is mine's and what's his is ours. So they want to make 100,000 just so they can find a guy that makes 100,000. They feel that their justification for making such a demand is their own income. It's not. Your justification for demanding a man of an income is simply your youth and beauty. It is not your income. So the women who do stuff like this tend to never have had youth and beauty at the same time. So that's their plan. Now it never really works out that way, but that's their plan, and that's what she's trying to encourage others to get. She actually knows that this isn't working because it's not working for Average at Best, who is hotter than her. She knows that it's not going to work out that way. What she wants to do is she wants to encourage young ladies to go down this path of despair.
Yeah. No one in the building says, let's not have a lawsuit, fellas. You can't get a lawsuit for calling somebody business and attempting to schedule an appointment. If I tell y'all that I have a barbershop and I have a website and the number of the barbershop is on the first page of the website, and you call the barbershop and some dude from Tyrone's Chitlins and Grits answer the phone, then you like, okay, Bernard has a fake barbershop, even fronting and stunting. That's all that I wanted to see happen. I either wanted to either call and set up a haircut appointment, or hear or just call in Tyrone's collard green and chitlin sandwich hut, answer the phone. One or the other. That's all I wanted to see happen. See, set up an appointment or find out that the number is disconnected. One or the other. That's all I wanted to see happen. And they can't get a lawsuit for that. But all right. Okay. Moving on. Oh, another thing that was said here. They literally sat there and said that when they said a woman, if she get a man who's not where he's going to be yet, he hasn't manifested his success yet, and then if he manifests that success, while he's with her, or if she helps him get to that point that she throws it in his face or kind of lords it over him, and they sitting there, who does that? And I'm calling major cap on that one. I'm calling major cap on that one. Yeah, they will. And you wouldn't shit when I found you. Like I made you. Like they do that, and it's
Now,
always.
Do they do that when he's leaving her?
I would understand the being pissed off if he was leaving.
Yeah,
if he was leaving,
that's a reaction to him leaving, and
I think they do it while with him. I think they do it. They'll do it while with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, if he walking out the door once he gets successful, then yeah, I can understand. I understand him getting mad about that.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate thing to be upset about. But
that's what men are going to do. Like that's what they're supposed to do. Ladies, this is what happens when you don't be a better bitch. Listen, if you build a man up, primarily if you build his income up, say you work for Amazon and you're like the senior software engineer at Amazon, and you get him a job, running deliveries. You got them to overlook his record, and now he's running deliveries, and you help him get a promotion in the delivery running gambit. He's gonna leave your ass. The whole point in making more money is to get better pussy. And the fact that you are dangling success in front of him in order to take yours means that you are dangling the opportunity for better pussy. Your lure to your pussy is the promise of better pussy in the future. So don't be upset when he takes you up on that promise. The whole point in making more money is so he can get better pussy than yours. What's like Oprah? A guy marries Oprah and divorces her and gets $1 billion. The whole point of getting that $1 billion is to fucking use it to fuck Rihanna, not Oprah.
Well, so see, here's the thing though. If you get with Oprah, Oprah can actually make you come up. Yeah. She can do that. I reject the notion that they're building men up. I think it's only a really small percentage of women who can actually do that, who can actually build a man up to the point to where he was, working at Popeye's Chicken. He got with her, and now he's making $150,000 a year somewhere. It's like they think that they got this magic ability to just, I heard Derek Jackson say that, and he was like, you shouldn't be worried about losing no money by getting with a woman or marrying a woman. You shouldn't worry about her losing any money because she's a good woman. She gonna 10x. She gonna multiply everything, whatever you got right now. She gonna multiply it by 10. It's like that's the shit that they try to sell. Like if you like these women have magical vaginas that just are producing men that just making men into millionaires or 6-figure guy. I mean, if they're currently not performing at that level, they damn self, how they pussy is making some dude or do something that what skills or opportunities are they creating for him, giving to him to where they can't even do that for themselves in their own life? That's why I say it's a small percentage of women who do have the talent, skill, insight, and know-how to where they could actually do what it is that they're claiming that most women can do. It's only a small percentage. I've encountered a small percentage. And even then it's the help that they could offer is quite often predicated on something that I'm already doing. Like there's a such thing as me meeting a woman who could help me with what I'm already doing. Like I have a successful YouTube channel. There's a such thing as meeting a woman who has the ability to help me with some things as far as this. But if she's to the point where she could take me somewhere that I wasn't already going, that means, put it like this: if I'm making $100,000 a year and some woman could somehow take me to making $1 million a year, but she's not currently a millionaire, well, how the hell? You see what I'm saying? It's like, if you have this ability, then you would be using it yourself. So I don't buy the notion that they just have this magical build a man ability. But that, I think it goes back to something that I've always said: whatever a man accomplishes while he's whatever a man accomplishes while she was giving him some pussy, she think it was her pussy that made him accomplish it. That's how they think. And that's why they think they deserve half. No, regardless of what they put into what he was doing. He could have been getting up every morning, grinding, doing whatever he was doing. If she was the one he was fucking while he was doing it, and then he gets successful at whatever he was doing, and she did a little work for him, helped him out, did secretary work, kind of, then she's, I built him to that. Even though he was getting up every day, grinding, doing the work, building something, she pitched in and helped and did stuff that, that anybody right there technically could have did. But then again, like I said, there are some women who are really, really smart, who really, really got a lot of game knowledge, insight that they're currently using for themselves. Like if you get with a chick with the mind of Erica Williams, yes, she's going to help elevate you. Whatever you're trying to do to make money, hand all your information, all your stuff to Erica Williams and let her run a fine tooth comb through it. She probably will, find the area where you're making some mistakes. And if you did this, that, this, and this other thing, you probably would increase your revenue by X amount of dollars. Somebody who's smart like that, who's already super successful, can help you get more successful. But the regular Joe run-of-the-mill chick who's just giving you some sex while you're on your path to being successful, chances are no, she's not doing that much or giving you that much information to where you couldn't have got that kind of success without her vagina being around. That's my general thought on the whole idea, concept, and notion of a woman building a man. They take far more credit for a man's success because they were the one he was fucking when he became successful.
Well,
you should continue being a good woman to him. I mean, I'm not saying that you deserve to get thrown away. I'm not gonna go that far. You don't deserve to just get thrown away now that he's successful. You was with him when he ain't have nothing. He got something now. I am loyal. I am loyal like that to where that woman does not just get thrown away. But anyway, there's that.
Well, okay. I'm gonna agree partially and disagree partially. Because I don't think it's an extraordinarily rare thing for a woman to have that ability. I think that I do think that women do have that ability largely, and that is to upgrade men in fields that they themselves are not excelled in. I do feel that Black women have that ability, least of all women. But they do have that ability. Listen, there's a lot of secrets, tips, and tricks and things like that exist in the world. It's why, the janitor at BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, makes $240K. Now you have
what janitor make $200K?
BART is the Bay Area Rapid Transit System. The janitor that works there, one of the janitors that work there, I don't know if he's the lead janitor or what have you, but he makes $240,000 a year. So,
why? Why does he make that much?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's not a janitor. He's a master of the custodial arts.
Well, I mean, so the difference between him and the person that scrubs regular toilets is about $200K. So, and also connections.
He's a waste relocation engineer.
Yeah, but the difference is connections. It's connections. Now, women, somebody said because it's California. That's true. But Ike said, Cali, yeah, this is true. Ike knows that sometimes we overpay for certain shit. Women have the ability to sniff out jobs where you are underworked and overpaid. Why? Because they are chronically underworked and overpaid. They don't work unless they're overworked or underworked and overpaid. Like when you go to a dentist's office, we talked about that. There's a bunch of bitches standing around soaking up a paycheck. Yeah, it's women doing that. You never see them working at a job where they're overworked and underpaid. You never see them tarring a freeway or some shit like that. You never, ever, ever doing it. They are adept at sniffing out jobs where you are overworked and underpaid. And that's what they do with no damn skills whatsoever. Now, if you add a skill set to that, the shit that they don't want to do, like scrub a BART toilet, They like, oh, basically what they like,
Whoa! It sound like you and your mic is in a fight. Something was happening. Were you under attack or something?
No, it's just where I'm at, I guess.
Okay. You probably just moved around a little bit, and Okay.
Oh yeah. So it's something I need. All right, I got my work computer here. I'm gonna just take that and then I'll put this on the desk so I won't have that problem moving around. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Do that right there. Okay, that should be better. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, they are adept at finding quality of life jobs, even with very little skill sets. And if they add that ability to somebody who has spent their lifetime honing skill sets, then yes, absolutely, it could work to a man's advantage.
Gotcha.
Most women can do that, but you see, that power comes from being connected and being a decent bitch. And that is something that many Black women haven't mastered. You see, okay, take for example, just like your run-of-the-mill soccer mom, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Her power to upgrade a regular man comes from going to Pilates and meeting other soccer moms and shit. And then she says, oh, you work in such and such. Well, my husband has this particular skill set. My husband should meet your husband and they should get together and make more money, and then there you have it. Next thing you know, you're the BART janitor, or, hey, your husband does this, my husband does this. The two of y'all should meet. Like, oh, my husband has a temp agency and you're looking for a bunch of temps. Hey, there we go. They do have the ability to do that. However, you have to have a circle of decent married bitches that go to Pilates. Fat bitches do nothing. They do nothing. And then, and another thing, why you gotta fuck them to get this stuff? Why do you gotta fuck them to get these goodies? Huh? I don't have to fuck these regular chicks to get them, but I gotta fuck Erica Williams. Nope, not gonna do it. You don't deserve this dick. You should just give me it. If you know.
Hold on. You notice I said the mind of an Erica Williams. So see, here's the thing. There are attractive women. There are actually attractive women who are smart. I mean, I know we say that don't exist.
No, I know that.
Okay, so Erica Williams was somebody who's been in and around this space. Who, I mean, I'm sure a portion of the audience is subscribed to her. That's somebody who we know has a lot of knowledge, game, information, and insight on how to make money moves, so to speak, to use that term. I just use her as that kind of a reference. I'm not saying that you have to get with somebody who looks like her in order to achieve that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you shouldn't have to fuck them to get those type of benefits, any of them, attractive or otherwise.
Hold on. So you're saying that? Hold on. Wait. So you're saying that attractive woman who you're not in relationship with, who has all this information that could help you along the way. She's just help you. Just why?
Because she's helping two people. She's helping the person that she's helping you, and she's helping the person that you are working for or with.
Okay, so
and she's working them both. Okay, for example, I'm at what's it called? Amtrak, minding my own damn business, right? And it was like maybe like a 4-year-old little black kid there. And I get some candy out the vending machine. And I seen him look at me get candy, right? Now, you can't just give kid candy or money because that shit's creepy. I'm a stranger. So what I did was I put the quarter on top of the vending machine and then walked away, right? Knowing that he was going to take it and get his own damn candy, right? Now, a white woman seen it. She was maybe like 50 some years old, right? And then, she said, that was very nice and clever of you. Well, thank you very much, And she gave me her card and say, hey, if you're ever looking for work, tech support work, then give this number a call.
Okay.
So did I have to fuck her? Nope. She just hooked me up on the sound of hook-uppiness.
Okay. I see. Sending a email right now, so I had a little dead air. Okay, I finished that after I get through. Well, okay. All right. So chicks should just be all right. I'll move on. That is a situation where somebody, did pitch in and help out. Okay, cool. Whatever. All right. All right. That is a tough sell to think that, en masse they're going to be doing that for men in general. But if that man is, if they got some information that can help, and that man is with a woman who they, got some liking for, then yeah, okay, fine.
No, hold on, no. What kind of no? We got to be better. Let's not gloss over this. We got to be better. Everybody else do shit like that. You got to imagine how fucked up a person has to be to not help in a situation.
Well, yes. If you meet somebody, you encounter somebody, and you see that this person is a IT tech person, and then you happen to know somebody who, hey, I know somebody who's a hirer, and they're looking for positions that start at about this much. Yeah, you should here call this number. That might help. Yeah. If you just encounter somebody, then yeah, okay, they ought to do it. The conversation started in the context of a woman building the man up, but yeah. So in that situation,
but they're talking about her man though. I'm saying you shouldn't have to fuck you. I shouldn't have to fuck you to get stuff. Like that's the thing. Like how come it takes me stirring my dick in you to get stuff? It shouldn't. You should just give me it. The fact that you sit there on that pussy knowing that it's not enough, that you have to offer other stuff, that you have to hoard the stuff that you have in order to give it away, that really says something about the value of your vagina. Imagine a chick that looked like this, right? And she knows a guy that offers ex-cons jobs, ex-cons legitimate jobs at 25 an hour to start, right? She has the connect. She knows somebody like that, right? And then, she comes across an ex-con and he's complaining like, oh man, listen, I'm not really looking for a woman right now. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying to find a job. And she's sitting there like, oh, I know somebody could hire him, but fuck this nigga. He ain't fucking me. That says something about him, Bernard.
Agreed. Okay. I see where you're going. To see where you're going.
If you can help somebody, do it. That's what I'm saying, Bernard. If you can help somebody, do it. Bernard, you're 6'1". If you see somebody who's 5'1" and you're in the airport and she's trying to reach her luggage, do you say, "Oh, she not fucking me"? So you just like, I'm not gonna help you take your luggage down? Or
no, I come behind them and then I like get behind them. I kind of squat down a little bit and then I pick them up.
Yeah,
and then let them grab it down themselves.
Yeah, let them stand on your shoulders or something. But you help. But you help. You don't just say, you're short enough to suck my dick, but you're not, so fuck you. You don't say stuff like that. You just help because you're a decent human being.
Gotcha. All right, let's get back into the not so beautiful being footage. This ended with her saying that the reason that when she's on a certain level, and they corrected us in the audience, she's a comedian of some sort. Yamanika Sanders, I guess that's her name.
That's not successful. That's not successful. I'm a comedian of some sort. That's not successful.
Well, okay. Well, the fact that everybody know who she is and know that she's a comedian.
Everybody don't know. I don't know who that is.
I'm saying the chat room called it out when we were saying we don't know who the hell she is. Like 8 people in the chat said, she's a comedian.
I don't think she's famous enough.
So yes, they know of her. They know of her.
She's famous enough.
Okay, whatever. Okay, I if you can go on, okay, whatever. Okay, fine. Okay, she's a comedian and people have heard of her. We'll just stop there. But anyway, when she said that she has been on stage, I mean not when she said that she from being on stage has got successful to the point to where the men that she encountered, they're not on her level. They don't make as much money as her, blah, 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 blah. And she said the men on her level, they're not available or something. And she did acknowledge, well, maybe Kevin Samuels is right, because I'm old, I'm fat, and I need to get a dog and die alone, or blah, 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 blah. So she acknowledged that, and all right, we moving on.
But at the end of the day, and
oh shit, my bad. Okay, shit, my bad. I fucked up.
Most
here we
men
go.
like to get a. We don't have our own show on HGTV. Black and I Got Two Cats, fine, but that oftentimes is not available for whatever reason. If you want to say because Kevin Samuels is right, it's because I'm fat and I'm old and I'm black and I got two cats, fine. But at the end of the day, I'm at a
Hold
certain
on,
level.
hold on. Don't throw in the black. Don't throw in the color purple. Because I'm black. I may be black. I may be ugly. No. Kevin Samuels ain't never said because he was black. He said old and fat. Don't try to slip that in. He never say that.
This is true.
Don't
She's
try
doing
to
that
slip.
to garner solidarity. I agree.
Yeah, don't try to slip that in. But all right.
I look for men that are my level. They're already taken, or there's some situation. So I'll look at the clearance rack and I'll go, okay, all he needs is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then women just start piecing it. Women piece men all together all the time. We always piecing the nigga together. That's why I don't know. We don't have our own show on HGTV called Flip This Nigga. We constantly flipping a nigga, constantly like, well, you listen, I only got 10,000 on the budget of him. I know you're gonna go 20,000 over budget. But can you flip this nigga? And they go,
damn it. If you were constantly flipping niggas, we'd be flipped. All right. See, here's the thing. You can't do that. You can't claim black men are broke, dusty, blah, 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 and then say we build them up. How could both of those things be true? That means that you do a shit job of upbuilding. And that's because the price of you upbuilding is higher than any other chick. Every other chick just lets you be. Nope, you require penis. Fuck that. No, that's too expensive. It's not worth your building. It's not worth it. My penis is worth more than that. So just the fact that the price of you flipping is ridiculous. Is ridiculous. That's why everybody has out flipped us. They never flip for free. See, there's something in the Bay Area, and Ike is in the chat room, called Black Girls Code, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's supposed to be like this coding academy for black girls, just as the name suggests. You want to know why they don't have a black boys code, or why the black woman who set that up didn't set up a black boys code?
Probably she don't give a fuck about black boys. I don't know.
And you want to know why she don't? Because they're not fucking her, and they can't. So she don't do shit for people.
Well, why can't they?
Because they're underage.
Oh. Okay. I thought you meant boys, and okay. I understand now.
Yeah.
I was seeing that.
Yeah, no, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. So she's like, because they can't fuck me, I'm not going to give them shit. You see that? Now when you compare that with something called like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, they don't say Mothers Against Drunk Drivers that run into girls while they drunk. Nope. They help all the kids. Why? Because dick isn't the cost of submission. It's not. You should just do it. Talk about they flipping niggas. You only flip the niggas that fuck you. They only fuck you to get flipped so they can fuck somebody better. And you don't like that fact. You don't like the card that is freely given by every other group of people that you have to hold on to that card. Why? Because your vagina isn't enough. See, make no mistake. When your vagina isn't enough, then you hoard the stuff that other people can just give away freely. I repeat, you hoard the stuff that other people can just give away freely. Other people can just give it away freely because they know that their vagina is enough to keep a penis in it. You don't know that. So you have to hold in. You have to horn every aspect of womanhood and femininity. You gotta guard it more than your vagina. Why? Because that's worth more. You ask who's pretty and white. You ask Jessica Alba if she has to offer to build a nigga in order to get somebody to continuously fuck her. She'll say no. Say no. Why?
Wait, hold on. That's the crux of the whole thing. You name somebody who was pretty. I mean, you threw in white, but the white part is irrelevant. Somebody who has what men want other than this magical power to flip a nigga, they don't necessarily have the gripes that this woman is having. So it's a much simpler thing to me that she's saying she has to go to the bargain basement bottom shelf, but she don't view herself as that as well. You know, that's essentially the issue. Like the guy who's trying to the broke dude who's getting with her could probably find another broke, better looking woman and be happier than getting with a less attractive woman who got money, who could possibly do this magical thing that she think that she could do by flipping him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that to me that's the open shut case on this one. To me, that's the open shut case.
Yeah, I agree. And but she should be cautious. And this goes to what I was saying about being a better bitch. She should take caution that once she flipped this dude, and I don't think she has much flip to her, but once she flips a dude, that's it. You know, that's it. He's gone. He's going to get with a better chick.
Yeah. Hey, Freedman's Journal, you always drop a lot of interesting stuff in my chat room that I can't do nothing with in my chat room, and then once you drop it, it disappears and it's lost forever. So it's good to drop that so other people can see it, but I want to see it. So send that to my email. It may be interesting for later shows. So if you're listening, Freedman's Journal, anything that you drop in my chat room, because you drop interesting looking stuff in there, send it to my email. My email is in the about section. I do appreciate that when y'all send me stuff. I do appreciate that. Thank you. He heard me. God, cool. All right. All right. Let's roll it a little more. Let's roll some more not so beautiful bean footage.
We gonna say,
and then they do some shoddy work,
did the best
and then
we
it falls
could.
apart.
That we did the best we could. He still had molding.
I've said this before. The minute a woman makes a man feel like she don't need him for anything, is the minute he don't want to fuck with.
You know, I had to.
Is that true? Would you say that that's true, GC?
I wasn't paying attention. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate this nigga Ashley Larry.
What Ashley Larry ever do? What Ashley Larry ever do to you other than being ashy?
He has some shit to say about. I forget exactly what he said, but he had some shit to say about Dave Chappelle when he went off to Africa. I can understand him being upset.
Yeah, he was mad. Dave Chappelle left and took his paycheck with him.
No, I understand, but keep that stuff to yourself. Dave Chappelle.
Agreed.
You know, that's all I'm saying. He said something in that era of his career that really pissed me the fuck off. Charlie Murphy was still cool with Chappelle, but you know, Charlie Murphy is more secure financially. I get it. Something he said then that really pissed me off, because Dave Chappelle took him from a have-not to a have-got. At least, you know, at least somewhat. He didn't take him all the way there, but I mean, to me, it's foul. It's foul. Chappelle was tap me on the shoulder like that, and then he step away. I'll be like, oh damn, you know, well, thanks for the opportunity you did give me. It's kind of messed up that it got to end now, but people know me. People don't know his real name. Nigga, you Ashley Larry. That is a name. Dave Chappelle named you. Like that chick named that football player, nigga. You just got named by somebody. You now have a name, and it is thanks to Dave Chappelle. So, yeah, this nigga. So, when he was talking, I was trying to remember what exactly he said, why I don't like that nigga. He wasn't on that wasn't before the Chappelle show.
All right, so he said something unfavorable about Dave Chappelle. I didn't hear it, but I imagine it was just probably centered around a little bit of saltiness that Dave Chappelle didn't just, you know, lead. Dave Chappelle, who no doubt was successful and was going to be probably even more successful at some point after the show. He left a lot of up and coming people high and dry. So I'm assuming Ashley Larry was a little salty and ashy about that, and so he said something. So all right, moving on from that point.
Well, scroll back. I wasn't listening, so scroll. I was
okay. I was going to just reiterate what he said, but I guess we can play it again.
Oh.
Damn it! Why do I keep doing that? My bad.
We press J.
Okay.
He couldn't grab this, but maybe you can.
All right.
Well, you listen. I only got 10,000 on the budget of him. I know you're gonna go
shoddy work.
A woman. I've said this before. The minute a woman makes a man feel like she don't need him for anything, is the minute he don't want to fuck with.
You know, I had this in my last.
Okay. All right,
you don't act like.
That's the hold on. So that's the statement that Ashley Larry made before they debated. I want to get into it, but I mean, look, and I hate when people bring in information that's kind of unnecessary. He was on the wire before the Chappelle show. Okay, he was a
What was his name?
working.
No. What was his name on the wire, nigga? What was his name on the wire?
That's sort of my
Yeah,
point
exactly.
too.
You want to know
That's
what his name on the Chappelle show was? The same as it is now, Ashley Larry. Okay, he was just he was juror number 8 on the wire and shit, mixed in with a whole bunch of other niggas whose name we don't know besides Michael B. Jordan right now. And you trying to say that did something? No, he was an extra. He was a step above an extra. That's it. He's the one that got the real stars, the big donuts. Okay, the extras got the little donuts, and he got the big one. Stop talking like he was the shit before that. He had no name.
Are you telling me on the wire he was credited as like drug dealer number 4?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what I say. Like, it's like dudes just throw out trivia. Like, I mean, we understand that he was an actor and a comedian before the Chappelle show. I mean, it's like you don't got to throw out random trivia about that.
He didn't have a name. Exactly, he didn't have a name, and his Chappelle name is his name now.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, to what he said, a man who doesn't once a man feels like he doesn't need the woman doesn't need him, he doesn't really want her if he's not needed.
If she's
okay,
not,
he was. Right. I see how he made your point. He was Clay Davis's driver.
Exactly.
He was somebody's driver. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay, so let's go.
No. He said if she's not needed. But see, here's the thing.
That's what I meant to say.
No, yeah, that's okay.
No, wait, no. Hold on. He did say that if the man doesn't want a woman as much or doesn't want a woman if he feels like that she doesn't need him. If he's not needed.
No, I think he was saying she.
All right, we're just gonna hear it again. We're gonna hear it again.
Need her. Let's listen again.
And he was like leading into the conversation real ashy. It's like he just couldn't get it out. It's like come on.
That we did the best we could. He still had molding.
I've said this before. The minute a woman makes a man feel like she don't need him for anything, is the minute he don't want to fuck with.
I had this in
my. All right, so
okay, I got you. Okay, so no, that changes everything that I was going to say.
Okay, so now what you got on that?
He's saying that men feels that they need to be
men need to be needed. Long story short, men need to be needed in order for them to really want to make that situation work. They want to be needed for something, and a woman shouldn't make a man feel like I don't need you for nothing, And then so what you got on that?
I don't need to feel needed. I need to feel getting sent me sandwiches and sucking my dick. And if you do that, I don't, oh, you don't need me? All right. As long as you continue to provide me sandwich and fellatio sandwich, I'm okay.
All right. So long as she's doing her womanly duties and acting like a woman in a relationship and treating you how you want to be treated and doing what she's supposed to do and everything is happy and functional and blah, 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 you're happy with that. Now, I can agree, even though I have heard a lot of men say that, they like to be in a situation where they're needed. And that sort of goes back to what we was talking about with the last story with Ricky Williams, that power imbalance, where he was clearly in a power imbalance and he tried to do something to even it out. There's nothing wrong with a man being in that power imbalance. And I think that's more so what he talks about. Men like to have a power imbalance over the woman. I mean, I think it's hardwired to be that way. I think he is to put us back on the savannah 100,000 years ago. That's sort of the arrangement. There is a power imbalance. I could fight off this damn wolf and you can't. I can pick up a spear and battle the intruders or anybody that would do any harm to you or harm to me or harm to the group. So yes, there's a power imbalance. You pick berries, I risk my life. That power imbalance is natural. And I do think in this modern civilized world that we live in, where now physicality is not what would put somebody in the power situation now. So the game is set up now to where some women can like the chick in the video, they can be successful comedians and make a lot of money, and then now the imbalance is different because the world is so civilized to where you don't got to protect a woman from lions, tigers, and bears no more. So I mean, so it is a situation where I do think some men that natural hard wiring of wanting to be needed, they got to have that, and it seems like that's taken away in some modern relationships where you can develop a skill, go get a job and make X amount of dollars, but guess what, she can go develop a skill too, go get a job, make X amount of dollars her damn self. So the way that the world functions, she don't need you in that way. So that ends up in a situation where now niggas got to tap dance 10 times harder to put themselves in a position where she's needed. But so
No, I mean, okay, well, just don't tap dance.
no, I agree.
No matter what you want, Bernard, what you want is a bitch that pick berries regardless.
Exactly. I'm
and
with
that you. And unless you have that, then you ain't fucking shit. That's why if you ain't fucking pick me's, and by pick me's I mean pick berries. If you ain't fucking pick me's, you ain't fucking shit. You're a useless woman. See, people think that some of these women are decent women because they were placed in situations where they have to be decent. I heard you saying earlier that Celie was a decent woman. She probably wasn't a decent woman. If placed in a different circumstance, she could be an all-out bitch. She never had an opportunity in her life to be anything but what she was. Now you can appreciate what she was, but let's be clear. She was that because she was in that situation. She had no choice. Just like
you don't think if her dad would have sold her to wait, no, you pointed out something really interesting in that movie that he didn't buy Silly. When you said when Mr. left with Silly was standing next to a cow, so it's almost like he paid Mr. to take her. That was interesting point that nobody ever thought about. Normally you got to come and offer some livestock and some land or something in exchange. Like he was going to pay for Nettie, but then basically their dad paid Mr. to take Silly. Like
exactly. He said to the dad that I want to buy your Nettie, and he took one look at Celie. He was like, "Oh, you got to give me a cow for this bitch," and that's how that transpired.
Yeah. A lot of people missed it. I missed that. But yeah, so yeah, he didn't even pay for Silly. He got paid to take her. That was funny. That's horrible, but funny as hell at the same time. But anyway, I do tend to believe that Silly in another situation with a man who wasn't abusive would have probably still been that good homemaker, cleaning and doing all the stuff she did, had everything organized where he couldn't even get ready to go somewhere without her telling her where everything was at. I do think she would have been that anyway to a man who wasn't abusing her.
Like who?
Prove me wrong.
Okay. Well, answer me this. Like who?
A man who owned a farm.
No, Bernard. Who in that movie was a decent woman to her man who wasn't in Celi's situation? Name one woman in that movie that wasn't getting her ass whooped that was a decent woman.
We talked about this off the air.
Okay, well let's talk about it now.
Squeak would be the one. And I blame the writing of the movie because they just wanted to just go with the whole men, bad, women, good. To the point to where at the end of that movie, when Celie rised up against Celie rised up against Mr. and good for her. Okay, she got away from this man. Okay, whatever. That's cool. That part was cool. She was leaving with Suge Avery. Okay, that part is cool. And then Squeak, who was married to Harpo, who owned the juke joint.
And had kids.
And
the kids were there.
Had kids with him. And they were
there.
Yeah, and the kids was right there at the table. Harpo never hit her, never did anything wrong to her, was nothing but a good husband to her. But she just raised up at that table and said, I'm leaving with Celie. It's like, wait, whoa. Why the hell is she leaving her family? It's almost like they just smuggled that in as if just like, I was like, what in the hell is going on? When I watched that the last time, I caught that part. Went over my head every other time I watched it. That's how hard the programming is, that we didn't catch that this woman had a good husband, who, you know, his previous marriage, it was with Miss Sophia, and yeah, they was fighting each other. I mean, it was mutual combat. You know, Miss Sophia started it, but anyway, that's besides the point. You know, she started it most of the time, but that's besides the point. But he got away from a woman who he didn't have to be in a violent situation with. Went and got him a little soft, petite, silent, soft-spoken woman. Started a business, was successful, taking good care of her and the kids. Why the fuck did she get up from that table and leave and run off with an abused woman, like she was just abused by default of being with a man? That was low key the most fucked up part of that movie. It was no reason for her to leave her husband. She just left. Just, oh shit, it's leave your man season. Hey, I'm out of this bitch. That's what happened. That was crazy.
Exactly. So when you say that that she might have been a decent woman, like who? Like all the other women were undecent. Each and every single one was undecent.
Okay, all right, we got a challenge flag on the table on the table. She left him because he had no backbone. Bullshit. I think Harpo early on didn't have a backbone. Early on, he didn't have a backbone, and then him and like Celie said, they didn't show it that much, but Celie said it in the narration that he hit on her a little bit, she hit on him a little bit. They was, you know, so he was in a situation where he was with a woman that if you had a backbone, well, she had backbone and balls too, so she was gonna fight you. She was gonna fight you. So yeah, but no, she's saying he got pushed around. He did get pushed around by Miss Sophia in the beginning. Then he started standing up to her, and she ain't one to be stood up to. And so, but then he got away from her and got a soft, delicate woman, quiet as a mouse, to the point that they called her.
And light-skinned. Let's not ignore that part.
No, I'm ignoring that part because we don't. No, I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to go there because I want people to hear the point and not just say that we're saying this about Squeak because she was light-skinned. So
I'm just saying she's light-skinned. I'm just throwing that in there. I know you don't want to say that point that out.
Yeah, okay. All right. I don't look at he wasn't a pushover with Squeak. He wasn't. By then he had became a man. He was not quite a man yet, and he got a crash course in manhood being married to Miss Sophia, and he got out of that and ended up in a better situation. So no. You only could say that if who was he getting pushed around by at that moment in the movie? You're trying to make an excuse for this woman abandoning her kids. See, that's how women have got let off the hook too, because they make movies to try to make men look bad, and they were so uncriticized. They didn't even realize they was making themselves look bad. They didn't even realize in Waiting to Exhale after they talk about how horrible the men were for cheating on these women. But those women, as soon as they got single, they went and the first thing Angela Bassett did is went and slept with a married man. She became the white woman that she was complaining about because she was messing with that football player who had a wife. Like they don't even realize they be shitting on themselves in their own movies. Anyway, that was a Color Purple segue.
Yeah. I want to point out that Harpo tried everything. He tried beating a bitch, and he tried not beating a bitch, and the results were still the same.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I still say Celie was a good wife. Celie's a poster child of why. Let me just say this. She's the poster child of why women say you shouldn't be submissive to a man because you open yourself up to be abused and come off like a pushover. She's a poster child of why they say, no, you got to be strong and rough and you know, that's so she's a poster child for that. But I like to keep hope alive that no, if a woman is acting in that way, that she was conducting herself for the right guy, it will be a mutually beneficial situation. I keep hope alive on that one. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
All right. But you think she would have
we don't know. We shouldn't credit her for being a good woman, you know, given that circumstances. We shouldn't.
Because she was beat into it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, a good woman is a woman who chooses to be a good wife if given no other option. She didn't seem to have a choice.
Well, no, one flag on the play. She was good until she was already being good and she got hit that first time that she had got out of line. She talked back when she was doing the horrible thing that they still do today, have little black girls crying and screaming while getting their hair combed. I don't know what that is about, but she was doing that, and then Mr. said something like, "Can't you shut her up?" or something like that, and then she had got sassy with him. At that point, that house was already she had already flipped my house, flip my ride, flip my car, or she had already flipped the house and made it be from being a pigsty where animals walking through the kitchen shitting on the floor. She already made it. She already made the house a home. So that's a small bit of evidence that she probably would have been a decent woman. Probably just a little bit of evidence. She probably would have been decent regardless. Just but we don't know. And that Squeak situation was messed up. That was one of the most messed up parts of the movie. But anyway,
she was a good woman too. Like, she was supporting his juke joint and everything, being a waitress. And so, I mean, I'm just saying, like, but the opportunity came. You see, here's the thing. A lot of the women, these hunter-gatherer bitches, they never had the opportunity to be a complete and total bitch. They never had welfare. They never had this opportunity to really show they complete and total bitchiness. It's kind of like a woman, and she's with a man that will never cheat, but the real reason he never cheated because nobody else ever offered him some ass. Like, you never know how people are going to behave when they have the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's with some guy that work at the fork factory, and she's like, this man would never cheat on me, and then they win the lottery, and next thing you know, he got 2 naked midgets and shit. Like, you never know until somebody gets the opportunity what type of person you're dealing with.
Fair enough. All right. Let's see. All right, let's get back to this. Hold on, where we at? Okay, we got 15 more minutes left in the show, so let's run. I mean, still stop it at any point, but let's go ahead and run through this.
The last situation where it was like, oh, you don't act like you need me. Here's the thing I said to him, and this is what I think is powerful. He didn't have much common sense, so he couldn't grab this, but maybe you can. It is better for a woman to want you than to need you, because if I need you, it's not me really seeing you. Hold on a second.
That's not how we
Hold
feel.
on it doesn't matter. I'm telling you from a woman.
It does matter.
I'm telling you.
You cannot dismiss my feelings.
Listen.
You can't do it.
In respect to your feelings,
could you put your fingers down?
As a woman who has a vagina.
He was like, you can't dismiss my feelings, but could you put your finger down? It's like, what she's saying to some degree, damn, it's that background, but hold on. To some degree, I can agree with some aspects of what you're saying, but it is the air of disrespect. It's like, I'm like, okay, I don't even want to agree with what you're saying, but I understand where she's going, because she's about to make a point about, the woman wanting you versus needing you. So, but Ashy Larry, this voice just be too damn ashy when he be talking. So, yeah. Anyway,
vagina. He is going to relate to this too, because he also has a vagina.
Big?
Well, listen, as a woman who has a vagina, he is going to relate to this too, because he also has a vagina.
Big?
Well, listen, it's Noah's Ark. I take 2 of anything at this point in time.
Yeah, I could barely see that, but what happened? She said something like her hands was closer together, but she said a woman's vagina, and like she made it like it was like a big ass vagina. And then the chick asked her, "Why did you make your vagina that big when yeah?" She just made she made a hand gesture that showed her vagina was huge.
Well, she's fat. Isn't all fat women's vagina big?
I don't know if that's how it works.
I know their lungs is big, that's why they can sing. But like,
I don't think that's how it works either.
Yeah, that's why I say, like, it's over when the fat women sing. They don't have big lungs.
I just think that became a thing to have fat women sing opera. I never knew it was the lungs that helped them sing. No.
Yeah, I think fat people got big lungs. I was in a movie theater with Fazo Love watching 12 Years a Slave. And that one scene where the slave Solomon Northup, he beat his own master, dude started cracking up, and like it was like a huge belly laugh, and the whole theater heard it. And I was like, oh damn, fat people got fat lungs. So yeah, I think that's how it works.
I don't think it works that way. That's interesting though. All right.
Oh, but do they have big ass vaginas?
I don't think it worked that way either. I'm thinking about just internally the vagina. I mean, everything around it. I mean, I guess the outer portion of it. I mean, everything on a bigger, fatter person is bigger and fatter. I mean, that part is true. But if you're talking about the inner workings of, organs, I don't know if the inner workings if it's big in the, like, it's more room in their vagina because they're fat. No, I don't think so. And I don't think their lungs exactly get bigger either. I just think everything around the lungs.
No, because you got to pump more air for their fat because there's more of them.
No, I mean, that's why they have an accelerated heart rate and high blood pressure, because their organs have to work harder to accommodate all the fat that the person is carrying around.
Okay. So I don't know biology good, or fat biology.
Okay.
As I understand it, that they have regular sized babies that come out of them. And well, why are you laughing?
It's so funny that people have regular sized babies that come out of them.
Yeah,
Go ahead. If fat people was having like 23 pounds and 17-ounce babies, that would be funny as hell.
Yeah, like they start off. They have regular sized babies that come out of them, but as I understand it, they don't. How can I say? The babies, they don't have to like go through pain and all the other crap. It just kind of comes out. It just kind of like.
No, that ain't how it works.
I just thought that the baby just slide out their vagina one day. Like, so you're telling me that they actually go through like Little Women pain and stuff?
They have the same pains while giving birth as every other woman, Game Changer. They're people too. They're people too.
Okay, let me learn.
All right, yeah. Jeez. All right, let's go.
I'm in my 40s. So now, as a woman, I'm telling you, a man wants to be needed by a woman because he feels like she need me and he feels like he's her lifeline. But I'm telling you, when I need a nigga, that's out of desperation. When I want a nigga, that means I'm putting in the work to be here. The fear for men is when a woman needs you.
What is she?
Oh.
What?
I already know where you're going with her putting in the work to be here. Go ahead.
Well, okay. Well, there you go. I don't have to say it.
No, you do got to. The audience may not know where you're going. I know where you're going because I know you, but the audience may not know where you're going. But go ahead.
Fat women don't put in work to be anywhere. They don't put in work to be places. They just pop up places.
Well, okay. Wait, hold on. No, that's not true. If she wants to be at, and you work for IBM, she could put in work to be there, to work at IBM. But she's saying she's putting in the work to be there at a relationship for a man that she wants and that she doesn't need. And that you could argue that if you're 170 pounds overweight, chances that how are you putting in the work to be there? I mean, if you're not improving the quality of how you look, how are you putting in the work to be there? Okay, maybe she's cooking, I don't even know if it's true, but they say, big women can cook, but I don't necessarily know if that's true.
Cook. That's why
you got to give them something, Game Changer.
No, you don't.
You saying they can't cook? They just eat. They just eating. They got that big just eating slop.
No, yes, exactly, Bernard. That's exactly how they got that big. You see, when everything tastes good to you, no matter how it's prepared, you're gonna eat more of it. Like everything tastes good to fat women. Everything. That's why they eat so much of it. Thin people are the ones that say, "Oh, I don't eat this because it tastes like crap. I could taste the corn syrup in it as opposed to sugar. I'm not going to eat this." They are more selective about what they eat. Fat people, nope. They just get a trough of stuff and then they just go num 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 num. That's what they do, and then they put mayonnaise in it. That is
not bad.
Yeah.
You said they just put. Sorry, I'm coughing on this water. Shit. You said they just put mayonnaise on everything. You just and just eat it, huh? Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. Yeah.
All right. All right, but she's saying she's going to do the work to be there. By do the work to be there, I don't
Oh,
know.
and another thing that she said, IBM don't want their fat ass. No, they don't want them there. If they did the work to be places, then they wouldn't be fat. That's the thing.
No. If you could, whatever system, computer,
They still would
techies.
prefer that you are. I work in tech. They still would prefer that you're not fat.
I know, but if you're fat and can do the job, and you did work to
They would
get the
prefer that you could do the job without being fat. My
I
point is
understand.
that nobody is welcoming your fat. They don't want you there. They don't want you there. They want the fatter version with your skill set there. Because they're willing to accept your skill set, that doesn't mean a person wants you. A person wants you when you're not fat.
It is true that more attractive people, equally skilled, I think it is true. An equally skilled, attractive woman gets a higher wage than an equally skilled, unattractive woman,
That's
and
because they want her there.
yeah. So I mean, it is true. It is some statistical truth in what you're saying, but technically you could say that somebody is doing the work to be somewhere if they went to medical school and became a doctor, and she's so she's certified to be a doctor, but she's also fat. She did the work to be the doctor. But if you say you're doing the work to be in the relationship, and he doesn't need a heart transplant, other than that, then yeah, that doctor she hadn't done the work to be in the relationship, unless he just wants her for her money. But again, like she said earlier, that's the exact type of guy she doesn't want. So what work is she doing to be in a relationship? That is a fair question to ask. All right, we got 5 minutes. I don't care. We don't got to finish it, but I'm shutting it down at the 3 hour mark of the stream. So we won't finish this. I might finish it later. But anyway, let's go.
All right, is listed. These are her thoughts.
Hold on.
These are
Okay,
her
that's
thoughts.
fine with the disclaimer, but a lot of people shaking their heads right now. Yes.
A lot of people not.
A lot of people, and a lot of people not. A lot of bum niggas not.
I'm
But
gonna
when I
tell you.
said, hold on.
But she just admitted that she messed with bum niggas. So I mean, I'm assuming that you could tell she mad disrespectful in relationships. But anyway, a lot of bum niggas not. But the niggas that she said that she's relegated to messing with are bum niggas, build a boo types. But anyway.
Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Let me finish my point. I need clarity
Did you
here.
hear what you just said?
I need clarity here.
You said bum niggas.
A lot of clarity here.
You said bum niggas.
I did say it.
Now, if we
To
say
be
whack
clear,
bitches, then
do
it's
you,
like, oh, I'm
no,
fucked
sure.
up.
I'm sure whack bitches listen to you all the time. But what I'm telling you is this.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you this, and there's a lot of spectacular bitches. I'm here. He's here. What I'm telling you is, what men don't understand subconsciously, what they fear when a woman says they want them versus they need. Because if I want you, that means you have to continue to work for me to want you. When I need you, no matter what shit you're giving me, I need you, nigga. I can't go nowhere. I can't go
And so
nowhere.
yeah, and that's
Hold on,
the
right quick.
Is that I was about to say, is that a bad deal for you?
Well, I mean, she's not taking into consideration if she wants her, if he wants her. She's not. She's not taking that key aspect into the relationship, because she's not considering what a man wants. And one way that you could tell if a woman cares about what a man wants is if she's fat or not. Like, fat women obviously don't care about what men want, because if they did, they wouldn't be fat in the first place. So yeah, I mean, she's wrong in that regard.
All right. Shout out to Too Cool for School in the building. He says, y'all ain't donated enough to be our NGC fund. Appreciate this talent and consistent work from this duo. Peace. Hey, I mean, shout out to Too Cool for School. He sees the power in this duo, because we do be clowning. It's a couple people who notice it and support it, and appreciate it. But shout out to all of y'all at the building. Appreciate everybody who supports the stream. Appreciate everybody. The show is about to round up, but definitely do appreciate Too Cool for School. He always. Do you got a range over here? I don't even know if you got a range or not. I'm about to rank you up. You've been donating quite a bit. I don't know who got a wrench and who don't, but I'll figure that out momentarily. But Too Cool for School in the building. I'm trying to. What in the total hell is happening here? Yeah, my buttons is off. Oh wait, hold on. All right, I'll figure that out. But shout out to Theo F in the building, says, is her ride headed to hell? I don't know what you mean by her ride. Did she say something about a ride? Shout out to Theo. All right, I said we was shutting it down at the 3-hour mark of the stream. So I ain't even about to play no more of it. You can give your final thoughts on that.
Do this. Put it in the private chat. I'm gonna cover the rest of this. I want to see the rest of it.
Okay, perfect. I'll send it to you. How do I do this? Link right there. Click right there. Y'all can go over to GC channel, and he's going to cover this not so beautiful bean footage. He's going to cover this not so beautiful bean footage. There it is, right there for you, GC. There it is. Should be pulling up right there. But yeah, I definitely rank up Too Cool for School. He's definitely been donating, supporting a lot. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody who be supporting the stream. My last pre-record that I dropped yesterday, that should be in the link right now. So before you go over to he probably gonna take him about 5, 10, 15 minutes to boot the stream up so y'all can go see him finish this conversation over there. So in the meantime, click the link on my latest video that I dropped, the last pre-record that I dropped, who should be in the chat room. Shout out to Machine in the building with a $2 super chat. He says, what productive dude wants a 500-pound chick? She is not 500 pounds. She is about 375. Get it right. Shout out to you. Do appreciate you supporting the stream. Appreciate you once again. Theo says, is her ride headed to hell? Yes. And shout out again to Too Cool for School. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you. And yes, go right there. Let that link right there be your exit out of the door. Let that be your exit out of the door. Click on that one. Don't just click off the video. Click on that. Go watch that. Show some love. Hit the like button. Drop a comment, and the whole works. And with that said, everybody, we are out of here.